everybody. My name is Dre, and welcome to the Idiot Stick Podcast. I don't know how to operate technology. My hair is definitely not red. It's brown. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Is Dre's hair brown?
Dre's hair is like a dirty blonde.
It's kind of like an auburn-ish. Or yeah,
I
dirty
think I know
blonde.
my hair color better than you guys. It's brown.
That's a very good point. That's a very... Sorry, Dre. I'm JJ.
I'm fucking gaslighting the fuck out of you guys right now. Trevor, your name's not Trevor.
What's my name?
It's Kirk.
Ah, by the way,
So
welcome
I'm
our
Kirk.
special guest, Kirk. Kirk, say hello.
Kirk, you want to
Hello.
introduce yourself?
Yeah.
My name's Kirk. I'm with the Idiot Stick Podcast right now, today, only.
Ah,
He's
congratulations.
never coming back on again after this
Our
bit.
special guest. You know, Dre, the host, he's our special guest. He's actually been living in my basement for a few years, and I decided to bring him out for this podcast. Just this once, though. This is your one taste of freedom.
I think I lost track of the character.
I have no clue what the character arc is anymore. That one threw me off so off. What the fuck?
I have Kirk in my... Dre, me, has Kirk in my basement.
Oh yeah, I've been living in Dre Him's basement.
Oh, okay. Yes, you have been in the basement. I've seen you. We look down at you sometimes from the top of the stairs and laugh.
Yeah, it's dark down here.
That guy. Fuck
Or it
Kirk.
was.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck Kirk.
Fuck Kirk, dude.
God.
Fuck Kirk.
Gingers.
So anyway, we have Kirk on the podcast
Kirk's on the
today.
podcast today.
Pretty happy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to introduce yourself, Kirk? Besides,
No, please, the bit's over. Please introduce yourself, Kirk.
that's me. I'm Kirk.
There we go. That's Kirk.
I'm number 4, I guess.
And we've done the first topic, intro to Kirk. All right, moving on.
That's true. He
kidding.
would be number 4 because he's the first one who's been on.
That's true.
Besides any of us three.
Yeah.
He's number 4.
Number 4. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm honored. Where's my medal?
Nowhere.
Oh yeah, there is no medal for 4th
we'll
place.
get you
There's
one.
no medal for 4th place.
No.
No, yeah.
Woe is me.
We'll get you a participation trophy of some kind.
Like, it's gotta be wooden or something.
We're paying you an exposure.
Yeah. Shout out, let's go.
You want to shout out your book that you're working on?
Check out my OnlyFans.
I would check out your OnlyFans.
It's a work in progress. It'll come out in like maybe a year.
The OnlyFans or the book?
The book? No, not
The OnlyFans. He's building content on the OnlyFans, you know?
Yeah, the OnlyFans work in progress.
I gotta finish growing my dick. I have a few stretching techniques that I'm working on right now.
Are you getting like the weird pills off of the websites too? Like take this for 3 nights every week and you will see a 6-inch growth in your dick.
And it's like this.
Doctors hate this guy.
It's like
Doctors
the shittiest
hate
fucking
this method.
Photoshop. It's like. It's like it's like a JPEG that they just drag longer.
They just expanded it to get bigger. Or they just zoomed in on their phone. They don't actually know how to use
a picture
Photoshop.
of someone else's penis.
It does work. My dick went from 720p to 240p.
Whoa, wait, 720 to 240, it got worse in quality?
Yeah, because it got
Yeah,
stretched
because
out.
he had to stretch the image.
Oh, you know, that's a good point.
Never mind.
Alright, so what was this about again? What were we talking about?
It's about whatever. Is there anything else important about Kirk that we should know? Like,
Let's talk a little bit of Smash with Kirk since he's here.
That's true. We played earlier.
This isn't. We just got off, in fact.
Kirk, what is your least favorite Smash character?
Fucking DDD, dude. He spiked me in the end of
God.
that last round.
You know what? Understandable.
Just because of that.
I still have a grudge.
Completely understandable.
Unironically,
Just happened
though,
10 minutes ago.
I'd have to think about that. Did y'all already
Give it a second then.
Did y'all already talk about your least favorite Smash characters?
No, I just
yet,
came
no.
up with that.
Not yet.
Y'all go first then. I gotta think.
There's
like fucking 80
Duck Hunt.
characters.
Duck Hunt.
Yeah, you can't even answer your own
Fucking
question.
Duck Hunt. I can tell you my answer. Duck Hunt. We saw that last night. I got the Duck Hunt on the
Was it
random
least
roll.
favorite to play or play against?
That's a good. Both.
How about both?
Duck Hunt is my least favorite to play.
It would
I
probably
can tell
be
you
Little
that
Mac.
for sure.
It would probably be Little Mac for playing against, if we're being real.
Mine is Incineroar to play against.
That's a good one.
No,
It is.
actually no. It's Jigglypuff. It's Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff? Really?
I really hate playing against Jigglypuff, man.
That's understandable.
I don't know if
Mine's
JJ's
Palutena,
just-
but not because of Kirk. Mine's Palutena because of online. Like,
Have you played with Palutena's online? That's gonna be really
no,
bad.
I used to play online once upon a time before I realized I only hate myself a little bit.
They spammed Nair, I'm assuming.
It was Nair, Up Air, Neutral Special. That's your 3 moves.
Autocritical. That's what she
That's
says.
it. That's all you need.
Yep, that's what she says.
That's all you need.
An explosive
And
flame.
it's all you need. Explosive flame.
If they're not using
Explosive
explosive flame, then they're.
No, yeah, that's also a part of the cycle of 4. It's a cycle.
I hate Little Mac because he's just the most dishonest character out of any fucking character in the game. Just like
He's honest. He's
Many
very
people would argue
straightforward.
he's the most honest character.
Well,
He
no,
runs in and smashes. That's
yeah,
it.
But I should be able to just spam F smash and win, and I can't do that.
That's
against
what he
Little Mac.
does. That's what he does.
Yeah, he
Oh,
just
yeah.
That's
he does
his
it,
gameplay.
Well, he does it better. That's the point. So
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Just put
Yeah,
him
he's
off
got
the
super
stage.
armor.
Just grab him
Yeah.
and throw him off the stage.
I mean, yeah, but like, fuck you.
It's not that hard. Your grab beats his smash.
Who's my least favorite to play as, though? That's a tougher
I don't
one.
even think I've played all the Smash characters.
I don't think I have either. I don't think I've ever played Olimar.
That thing sucks, but it's
So I
better than
might say
Duck
that
Hunt.
one.
That thing
I
sucks.
might say Olimar.
Yeah, because I haven't just.
Because I haven't played him, so that's probably why.
It's not a good as someone who's played that, don't.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Kirk, what's your least favorite to play as so far?
Play as?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've only played like 20 of them.
Who's
Kirk's
your
played even
favorite to
less.
play as? Who's your main man?
My favorite to play as? Probably King K. Rool.
Really?
Yeah, he's fun.
Oh, really?
I mean,
Yeah.
that makes sense. King K. Rool's a fun character.
Yeah.
They're
Plays well.
That's just something a part of Smash. There are characters that are good, and then there are characters that are fun.
Yeah.
Like
King K. Rool is
Ganondorf.
apparently like bottom
Ganondorf
5,
is fun.
which I was surprised at.
What's your, It is, yeah. King K. Rool is terrible.
Yeah.
What's your favorite character to play against?
Like,
Yeah.
We're asking questions we have not asked ourselves before.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably
JJ, I
Ganon.
haven't even named our favorite yet.
Probably Ganon.
Ganon.
Yeah.
Ganon.
It feels the most
Well,
honest.
yeah, because
Yeah.
like
against.
Very
every time you
straightforward.
lose against Ganon, it's just like I deserve that, you know.
I could have done better.
I just got smashed.
I'm never mad playing against Ganon. It's always your fault. Always.
True.
Because Ganon again just throws out shit.
Yeah,
Like
he doesn't have.
if you get
bullshit,
hit, it's
you know?
your fault.
Yeah, it's just your fault.
I think Doc Mario is probably my favorite to play against.
Also,
That's just an easy win.
least favorite
Yeah,
to
that's
play
pretty
as.
good.
I don't know.
Let's see.
He's also fun to play as, yeah. Favorite to play as would be Ganondorf.
That's a really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah.
you, JJ? Probably Ganon
To play as or against?
or DK to play as.
Which? To play as?
I guess would be DK, right? It's gotta be DK.
You want to know something? This is gonna sound really weird. I have some of the most fun with Jigglypuff.
Oh, Jigglypuff is fun to play as. Yeah.
Even though I get really mad because I die immediately, and most of my moves aren't that great, but I have a lot of fun with it because when it works, it's fun.
What's fun because you have to adopt a totally different playstyle.
Yeah, I play Jigglypuff and then I go to every other character and I go, wait, I have to change my mind.
I think I know what it is. Is you never land, so it's just like, what the fuck, dude? Like I have to like outspace you in the air, which I'm not very good at. So it's just,
yeah.
I was just fucked.
If you play characters with bad aerials, it's just not good.
Yeah.
You could also just out-patient me. That's the way you can do it. Just be more patient, wait for me to re-land, and then you just go in.
I'm the most impatient person in the universe.
Yeah.
Yes,
In general,
Yes.
not just in Smash.
Yeah.
in
You are.
fucking everything.
Yeah.
it's true. You have zero
If
patience.
someone is going 55 and a 60, I pass them.
I get pissed off by that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I
Nobody
think we
should
all
go
do
below
that.
the speed
Oh,
limit.
okay.
Nobody should go below the
You're
speed
the
limit. That's
first,
just
you're the first people that agree with me on that. Everyone else is just like, you're a fucking psychopath.
If someone's going 60 and a 60, I pass them. That's just too slow.
yeah. The
way
only
too-
reason
I wasn't gonna
you
go
should
that
be
far.
going below is if your hazards are on
But
and you have something legitimate.
Since
Like
we-
that's it.
yeah.
Since we've opened this gate, I have passed 12 cars at once before on a road.
Oh, like in a two-way, just like both ways.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Holy
crazy.
fuck! I never get like enough of a straightaway for that.
Well, like on the way to my work, there's like a literally like 2 mile long straightaway. I didn't see anybody. So, and this guy was going like 40. I'm just like, I have to do it. And it was like coming home from work on like a Thursday or Friday. So it was just like, my face
Oh,
was
Fuck
just
this, I want to
going-
get home.
Especially, that's literally what I was thinking. And it was just like, this is safe, right?
I mean, technically, probably no, but
No,
whatever.
I was
You're fine.
actually thinking to myself,
Pretty
like,
cool,
that was
though.
extremely stupid and unsafe. Why did I do
Yeah.
that?
I do that sometimes driving back between like Dallas and San Angelo because eventually I just get on county roads and I don't take like a highway or anything anymore. And so it's like 75, but you eventually run into these people that do like 55, 60, and you just get so
I know,
pissed
dude.
I
off.
hate that.
I relate to that.
Hate that.
I relate to that on my drives to Lubbock.
half the time it's a solid line too, like because it's so curvy, you're on a turn most of the time, and then you get a straightaway. Straightaway is maybe a quarter of a mile long, so you have to accelerate, get past them in that quarter mile. So
I do sometimes wish that ramming people off the road was legal. Sometimes.
It happened to you once.
It did happen to me once.
You got rammed off the road?
Yeah, in Kansas.
Yeah, and it was
What?
it was a snowy day, and there was a truck that was like right behind me. And I had to slow down to turn into our apartments, and he just fucking like rammed into the back of my car, which knocked me off the road in like over a curb. It was fucked. It was not.
It
pleasant.
was weird because I think we were supposed to be back around the same time for lunch, and like you just didn't come back. I remember that.
Yeah.
And then like as I was going to leave, you came in and you looked super pissed, and I was like, "Where? Are you okay?" And you were like, "No."
JJ,
I'm fucking.
I have a hit list. Let's go find him right now. Pack your bags.
Yeah. In that moment, Trevor turned to me and said, "I have a license plate. I have a location. We need to go."
That was your inciting event. That was your inciting event.
Yeah.
That was the one.
That was your John Wick moment. Yeah.
I set out from home on my hero's journey to go try it down the villain.
I want to know if, like, the fucking annoying ass, like, when trucks go slow as fuck in the left lane and don't get over, so you're kind of forced to pass them on the right, and then they get over.
Yep.
I've been ran off the road like at least twice. That shit's a fucking like true combo, dude. I hate that shit. A true combo. Side B off the road.
Oh my god.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I'm still trying to find him. If y'all want to come help me after this podcast.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got a license plate.
Trevor's really good at that.
Oh, you actually got a license plate?
We'll teamwork that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't because I ran off the road. So.
Yeah.
So I did not get a license plate.
No, what can you do? I didn't get imprinted into his bumper, unfortunately.
Willpower, dude.
An undercover cruiser was like not too far behind when it happened.
Oh.
And I told him the description of the truck and everything, but I didn't have the plate number.
Oh.
So he just left.
He actually stopped and like checked up on you?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
he did. He left to like go, I guess, look for the guy, and I just never heard anything
That
about
would have
it.
been optimal.
Did he do anything to help you get out of the ditch?
I don't remember. Because I don't remember what the series of events was.
Because otherwise,
At
then
that
then a cop
was
just
just
pulled
very
over to you
cold.
and he looks at you. He's like, "Your car's stuck," and you're like, "Yeah, the car kind of looked like this." And he's like, "See you." He just left.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I think I called my dad out, and then he was like, well, he tried to like hook up to my car and then pull me out, and he couldn't.
Oh,
And some
that's
random pedestrian in
unfortunate.
a a different big ass jacked up truck.
There we go.
Plot twist, same guy came back.
What the fuck?
So Dre just messaged us in the Discord and said, "How many hours are you deep in the cast?" 13 minutes, Dre.
Shut.
Shut, exactly.
Wait, why do you have a plant next to your name? That's actually perfect for the.
In
for
like
the
30
idiots
minutes, he's gonna ask the same question.
He is. He is. He's just watching us silently. He's been online in Discord this entire time on his computer.
This is like the most genuine he's here in spirit thing.
Yeah. I don't know if he's
Just
actually
he's
that
in the,
busy.
he's in the basement right now.
Yeah.
He put him down there.
Yeah,
Trade
that-
spaces.
that's what it was today. Somebody has to stay down there. There's a secret that we can't tell anybody yet. That's for a later season for us to reveal.
Yeah,
but
that'll be revealed later in the lore.
Yeah. We're actually like holding back like the fucking Eldritch Being from escaping by keeping someone in our basement. Like,
exactly.
there needs to be a worthy sacrifice. A martyr, so to speak.
Yeah, you're basically in a constant cycle of death and rebirth, but you know.
That sounds.
We actually have all of our guests down there right now, the future
Yeah,
guests.
they'll all
But there has
eventually
to be
come
like
up.
a number that we keep.
Yeah, I forgot
Yeah,
to
A specific number.
I forgot to mention them earlier. They were too unimportant to matter because they're not
Yeah.
directly. They're just backups
Yeah.
in case the
Yeah.
original like right person dies.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're just kind of numbers on a spreadsheet that will fill in the important part, but you know.
So if you ever see the apocalypse coming, just know it's our fault.
Yeah, we
Just let you
messed
know.
up.
Yeah.
Someone on the backup list. Well, you know.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. FBI. Don't listen. All right.
Don't listen. Close your ears.
Don't worry, I'm sure they don't.
I'm just a little nervous, Jack.
Just a little
Just a little
nervous.
nervous.
Just a little nervous.
All right, now slap your desk really hard.
I can do that. Oh, that one actually worked pretty well.
You clipped out on my side.
I didn't hear shit.
Yeah, but
That's
Discord
fine.
clipped it. Discord clipped
picked
it.
up really
How about
nicely.
this? Can y'all hear that?
I heard one thud, but it was really quiet over
It's
Discord.
like a muted thud.
I fucking hit it as hard as I could.
I can do that too. Ready?
Yep, same thing.
Yep.
Muted out.
Water bottle fell off my desk though.
It
So.
sounded like a fucking
Nice.
squanch noise. It was like.
JJS. Was it a non-Euclidean fluid, non-Newtonian fluid desk? He has to keep his items on it constantly in motion so they don't
Yeah.
sink into the desk.
Could you imagine?
Exactly. I'm constantly jiggling the top of my desk just very subtly.
Could you imagine?
That's why he hasn't gotten a full computer yet. He has to
Yeah.
bounce his laptop on
That's
it.
actually
Yeah,
a pretty
exactly.
cool idea. A non-Euclidean fluid. What is it, like 4 dimensions?
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say.
Hyperbolic
Yeah, that's not
fluid.
the right terminology. quite.
I can't even imagine how that would work, but you know.
That'd be a wonderful desk.
That's a cool thought experiment.
You'd have to like find your computer every time you go to get on it, and then also while you're using it.
Y'all have heard about
And then after
hyperbolic
you're done
geometry,
using it.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go the wrong way, you'll never be able to return to your correct location.
Oh shit!
It's like a fucking black
I did
hole.
not know that.
If you take a wrong
That's
turn,
fantastic.
that's it forever. You're just you're going a different direction. You literally
Good.
can't
What an
get back.
awesome concept.
I would love that.
They've actually,
That's like in France, the catacombs beneath France,
Yeah, you just
Just
go
that.
down and then you're gone in the skulls.
and then you become
yeah.
one.
Although they were like,
True.
did you ever hear about like the private cinemas that they were having down there, like the movie theaters
Yes.
people were setting up? That's fucking
was
crazy.
bizarre.
Yeah.
No, honestly, that
And then
sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, well, the police found them for one of them, and then they went back down to try to catch them, and they found it again, and there was like a note that said, "Don't look for us again," or some shit like that. It was like, "We know that you were here. Don't come back. Like, don't come for us." And then they were
What
just
the
none of their stuff was there
They're in
anymore.
your
It was
walls.
fucking crazy.
They're in your walls.
Yeah, well, they're in the walls of France.
Yeah.
But let me look it up. Let me look it up. How many miles it's estimated the catacombs actually are? Like
That's
just
it. I mean, because
straight miles.
yeah, genuinely, you could get lost.
That's some fucking
Easily.
Riddler shit, dude. The police come
Riddler?
and find him, and he just
You
leaves
say the
behind-
Riddler?
Yeah. Yeah, from like
I mean-
Batman. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Come find
Yeah.
me.
it's just
Oh my
like
god!
taunting the police.
They believe there's some 200 miles of.
Yeah, no,
labyrinthine
yeah,
tunnels.
you could go anywhere down there. There could be an entire
just
like
die.
hidden
There's
civilization.
There's like
like
7 levels. I'm pretty sure.
That's
Like,
insanity.
just keep going. That is hyperbolic geometry right there.
It really is.
The more you
We
know.
have it here on Earth. It's in France.
what was
Of course
the?
it is.
Did we ever like figure out the purpose behind the catacombs?
Yeah, they were like mining things, and then
Is that all it was?
yeah, and then they ran out of fucking space above ground for the dead, so they just put the dead in there.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
That's the actual story behind the catacombs.
That's kind of it makes it less like lame and cryptic, but you know that's kind of cool still.
I like that.
I mean, like they weren't just built for no reason. They had a purpose.
Yeah, they didn't just have. They were built so that Nicolas Cage could go down there in the future.
Honestly, the
Yeah.
reality of the catacombs is a lot more horrifying than any fucking horror movie. Just being lost down there alone without any hope
Yeah,
of getting
I mean,
out is scary.
It would
enough.
just be existing in the catacombs. Like there's,
Pitch black.
I don't even have to worry about a thing being in there. Just
that's
being
that's
in
our
them.
back rooms here on Earth. Is the
yeah.
catacombs?
Yeah,
Dude,
actually, yes.
Dude, the back rooms is from France. What the hell are the French doing, dude?
I don't know.
I
Don't know.
Not
Does
enough.
anyone ever know? No one ever knows.
They're smoking cigarettes and being rude.
Being rude.
Also, they're not wearing deodorant, but that's
And losing wars.
and losing wars.
Just more lately in history.
Yeah, just a couple of wars.
I
They
mean,
weren't that important or anything, but yeah, they lost a
Yeah,
couple.
yeah. Only the least important. Definitely not war. Definitely not wars that had the whole world connotation attached.
No,
to
no, no, no. I mean, that's not. Even those weren't that important. Let's be honest.
You could call it a world war. Trademark. by the way.
One might call them world wars.
Trade,
actually,
trademark.
That's
Well-
by the way.
trademark. You trademarking that one?
I own it now.
Damn, Kurt. People are gonna have to pay you royalties for every book written for the last 80 years now.
Wow, you sound like Unity.
True. Retroactively paying Kurt.
For everything that's ever been created in their development
Or like
software.
fucking
Yeah,
Nintendo.
genius.
Like Nintendo having to pay a fine like for the rest of your life.
That was like the Fine Bros trying to
Copyright React, yeah.
React.
That's some fine
Oh my
bro shit,
God.
yeah. And you know what's
Yeah.
funny? It was React trademark. They tried to trademark.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it wasn't.
God. Where have they been? Probably in our basement. Definitely.
Yeah, we might have just.
Are we bringing them on at some point?
Yeah.
No, they get to stay down low. They're there for.
They
They're just there for
they want to join
sacrifices.
so hard now to defend.
They want to react to our podcast.
Yeah. No, you can't use that word, JJ. Copyright.
Shit, you're right. They TM'd it.
Well, can they really sue us from down there though? They're with the thing.
You know, that's a good point.
They're with the entity down there.
All
They
right.
can't really.
They can't say anything. So we react. Or they want to react to our content.
Yeah, and if they ever say the entity by name, the word react is erased from human history and the collective consciousness as punishment.
It's punishment for it? Why is that a punishment?
You can't say the word react. You have to like work around it now. That would just be like a minor.
Okay. I thought you were talking about the name of the thing.
It's a minor inconvenience.
If we say that,
it's a
I
minor,
said anything that could replace the word react though.
no, it's a minor inconvenience. Yes, but it's a warning as a potential to its power. It can erase other things. It can erase other things, but it just did something small like that.
I mean, it is if something can react or erase an entire concept from existence and history, that's pretty powerful. Like
On the medic hazard.
it's omnipotent.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's omnipotent,
yeah. So
and it's up to us
so-
to keep it under control. So just
Everyone out there,
everyone behave.
Just be
all right?
thankful. Pray
Yeah,
for us.
Behave, please. I beg of you.
instead, you have to say that we retaliate to everything. There we go.
Retaliate. That means you have to.
It's retaliation
Make
content.
similar content in response. Today I'll be retaliating to Moist Critical.
Yeah, I gotta consult.
He talked about the reaction of the word.
Yeah, we gotta consult
You're
Charlie.
like you're like setting up a catapult outside of his house. Today we'll be retaliating.
Today I'll be retaliating to Sneeko. Sneeko, I have like 3 weapons.
Sneeko, I have a scope. This is
a magazine.
This is a
Sneeko.
mag.
No fucking ingrate, dumbass bitch.
Beach.
God.
So, existential threats, Dark Souls.
Amen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about some of Kirk's favorite video game
Segue.
series. Topic transition.
Topic
Dark
transition.
Souls is one of them. I've only played 1 and 2, so can we start there? I guess.
Existential threat. I'm not gonna tell you what Dark Souls is. You already know. And it's probably my third favorite video game of all. No, 4th favorite video game of all time.
This got really far down on the list, considering you only gave me
It keeps getting bumped.
You only gave me 2 video games. Whenever I asked you for like lists, an idea, you only gave me like 2 or 3.
Yeah,
and then
but
you put Dark Souls as the
br-
first one, and then you said it's the 4th favorite.
My
What?
gears are turning, man. When you asked me that question, I was taking a shit at work. Tell me something.
That's true. It was Wednesday at 3 in the afternoon or something like that, so it's completely understandable.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Number
makes sense.
1, it's probably still Bloodborne, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
game just has this-
buddy.
See,
The game just
my
has its
brain
place
puts that in
my
the
heart.
Dark Souls category still. Like,
No, you're wrong.
no. Okay. I mean, I haven't played it, so I'm just telling you what I think.
I mean, it's extremely similar to Dark Souls, yes, but it's a different.
it's the same. It's the same company and everything. So
Same producer, different devs.
Yeah, if we're being completely honest, it's probably Bloodborne, then Elden Ring,
Mm.
and then Nier Automata,
Oh,
and then probably it goes Dark Souls 3, 1, and 2.
okay.
Well, 2 is not my
Alright.
6th favorite video game, but if we're just ranking just Dark Souls, it's just like
So you're
3,
You
1.
said
I was
just
gonna
Dark
say-
Souls and Nier
I was gonna
Automata was
say,
in there.
got nothing out of the 2 franchises. The only games he's ever played.
Yeah, 2 is down there. Being honest, the game is not as good.
2
Near the
was
bottom.
shit. I fucking
Yeah.
did not enjoy my time playing 2, and
I
also
love that game.
me.
I thought you liked that one.
Yeah.
It was
You
a lot of
love
fun.
that game.
It was a lot of fun, but also my experience so far is Dark Souls 1 remaster on Switch and Dark Souls 2 on the Xbox 360. Like
Which one did you like better?
Dark Souls 2 because Dark Souls 1 on the Switch is shit. It didn't run well. Like
Yeah.
Dark Souls 2 had frame drops as
should've
much
just got it
on
on
the
360
360.
too.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't have a 360 at the time. I bought Dark Souls 1 remastered when it came out, and then I didn't play it for a year.
Yeah, you're
Like
too
I
scared.
bought it.
You were too
No, I
scared.
just
Understandable,
didn't.
yeah.
I played the tutorial and I was like, I'm just not having fun with this, and then I just stopped. Like,
Fair enough.
then I got back and I went a little bit farther, and I was like, oh,
Dude, that shit was
I
like
just needed to play like
the
5
meth-
more
that
minutes.
shit was like the methamphetamine of video games. You were there, I'm pretty sure,
Yes.
JJ, the first time I ever played Dark Souls. When Ben,
Yeah, I was.
when Ben
It was at
introduced you to
the house that I was house sitting.
We were
Yes.
fucking house sitting. We trashed their. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that was so bad.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Well, we didn't.
Excuse me.
No. We
Story
didn't
time.
trash their house. Ben threw up, but he threw up into a trash can.
We
Like,
drank all
nothing
their
got
alcohol.
anywhere.
We
Yeah,
drank
we
all-
replaced it. Or I replaced it.
Yeah, but that was.
Did you?
We did.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I got invited to house sit there again.
You couldn't.
We
after
need to go
that.
house sit there again, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. That was pretty fun.
Then after that, I didn't ever
It's
go
just like a
house
nice-
sit for them again. But
Just like a nice ass house to ourselves.
yeah,
It does sound pretty fun.
yeah, they had cameras. I learned later.
Oh.
They probably checked them. They probably.
Yeah,
know
probably.
we did.
Oh well. I mean, they said I was allowed to have people over, but
Anyway, yeah, I was pretty hooked by like the tourist demon because I was stuck on that like first area for like 2 hours. 'Cause that shit's hard as fuck. The first time you ever played Dark Souls, hard as fuck.
yeah,
Because it's so.
I agree.
Because it's like you have to be on your game. It's like fighting fucking
Yeah,
King
well-
DDD in your Smash. You know, you can't fuck up.
Dark Souls is
Yeah,
weird
if you fuck
because
up
it
one little
is
bit, you're
yeah,
done.
it's such a punishing game, and like so many other games like give you multiple tries even when you fuck up, but Dark Souls is just like nah.
Nah, you're going back to
Do you
the
think-
fucking beginning.
Yeah,
Kirk, do you think Elden Ring is more or less punishing than Dark Souls?
I think it's less.
I feel like
Think
it would
so?
have
Yeah.
to be the case
Well,
in an open world game
It's
or an
kinda like-
more open world.
they've kind of had a trend because, like, if you look at the bosses in Dark Souls 1 objectively, they're not that difficult. But the mechanics are so much more, like, sluggish. Your character's so much slower.
I mean, we've been
And-
beating them as level 1 characters.
Oh, well,
so
yeah,
it's
but,
not
like,
terrible.
when you're first starting, it's, like, pretty fucking hard because your character's
it's a Dark Souls game.
weak. He's a little bitch.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
like,
Ours still are
you
that
have
way.
nothing to work with. And the checkpoints are really unforgiving in that game, too. But Elden Ring is, like, unforgiving in the way that, like, the actual enemies are, like, fucking tough
Yeah.
as hell.
Well, that's the difference because you get
Yeah.
plenty of checkpoints
Yeah,
in
well,
Elden
yeah,
Ring.
traversing the world is really no problem.
Okay.
But
See, that's because I'm
The enemies are
thinking again
brutal.
with my limited scope. I'm like Dark Souls. You die, you go so far back.
No, there's graces everywhere in Elden
Like-
Ring. Like you're
Okay.
not really gonna be.
but
stuck.
Elden Ring is just like you die everywhere.
yeah, and you have
Okay.
torrent, so you can kind of just run past everybody in the
Yeah.
open world.
Torrent. Is that a
Torrent's
horse
a
or
horse.
something?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's actually like a
Horse
goat
donkey.
thing,
It's like a mule, goat thing.
elk
Mm.
type thing.
Elk.
Yeah, it has like horns. It's like a weird goat horse hybrid.
It's not real.
It's not real.
What do you mean it's not real?
Just like the word react.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
you said it. Shit.
Oh fuck!
Just like the alternative for retaliate.
Yeah. Damn it! I should have said retaliate. That would have been funnier. Just like the word retaliate.
Well, it has to be real. They put it in the
Yeah.
game. Why they wouldn't put something in a game if it's not real?
You know, that's a very good point.
Honestly,
You ever
like
played Skyrim?
No, actually.
unfortunately, I haven't.
Have you?
Yeah.
What do you mean have I? Yeah, of course I have.
I mean, Kirk and I haven't, so it wouldn't be
I'm a
that weird if
gamer.
you haven't.
No, I'm a gamer. That's
Yeah,
the
but
difference.
Trevor's a gamer.
Yeah, I play games.
Yeah, but you're not a gamer.
You don't play the games though. You don't play the
You're not-
games trademark.
You're not
so-
quite ready.
I got them funky fresh.
Yeah, he's not that quite ready yet, unfortunately.
Mm.
But yeah, I like
Oh, well.
Bloodborne like more simply because like the atmosphere and the music.
Well, I'll be able to
and-
play that
and the
soon.
The
story
weapons
and
are
stuff.
very fun.
Yeah,
Weapons are very fun.
and it's pretty
You want to
balanced.
sell me your copy of Bloodborne too?
Yeah, there's no like. What's interesting about that game is there's no like clear best or worst weapon. You could start with your starting weapon in that game and beat the game with it.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
Interesting.
It's just like a simple, streamlined version of like a pretty effective weapon. But you can
So
go to
opposite of
something
Dark
else.
Souls.
Yeah,
where
Dark
you're
Souls.
like-
There's a whole shit ton of weapons that are completely
Yeah,
useless.
as soon as you can, you
Yes.
ditch your weapons for something way better.
There's
Like-
there's no weapon that's not viable. I mean, I beat the game with Kirk using the fucking Kirk hammer.
Yeah, you were shitting on it. And you're like, this shit is actually amazing, dude. I love this shit.
Yeah, I love it.
the Kirk hammer
It's like the only hammer weapon in the game, so I
in
used it. Of
Bloodborne.
course.
Bloodborne, not Bloodborne. Bloodborne.
In Bloodborne, yeah.
Bloodborne.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like pretty universally agreed that it's not very good. But I used it and beat the game. with it.
It's good.
I loved it. I love
You
it.
can like
Is it?
stun them and shit.
Yeah, interesting.
It's honestly not bad
Yeah.
because it stuns very nicely, and the actual sword part of it is pretty quick.
How
It's
many
not
weapons
slow.
have stun in Bloodborne? Like,
That and the buzzsaw? whatever that one's called.
So just 2? I feel that's probably why it makes it better.
No, there's way more.
All of
Okay.
them do, but some.
But those are the most
more than
effective ones.
others.
Is it? It's
Yeah.
not like DS2 where you have to increase your poise to get more stagger.
No, the poise doesn't exist
No.
in Bloodborne.
Good.
It's all fashion.
Yep.
It's all fashion.
Hated
There
poise.
is no armor.
Thank God. I love when things are just like fashion.
Yeah.
I hate when things are just fast.
I had like a blood mace that had like this 4-hit combo where I just slammed it on
Oh,
the ground
yeah.
over and over again.
Kirk and my final forms with our classes were just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it was so good.
Eventually,
comboed very
I'll
nicely.
be able to play these games with you fellers.
Yep.
At some point.
For
Yeah.
sale. My PS4 for
Yeah.
sale. Baldur's Gate, like
Yeah, anyone listening out there, Kirk's PS4 is for sale.
Wait, no,
Putting it up on auction against JJ.
I want that.
Um,
No, don't offer a bid.
if someone gives
so
me like
I'm gonna be putting down
$1,500
$250 on it.
1,500? What the fuck?
Yeah, no one's
How
gonna
much
pay
is
that.
how much is JJ paying for it?
Like 150, I think.
Okay, so I'm bidding 200.
Stop.
Even though I already have.
You have a PS4. Don't you have like a special edition PS4 as well?
I do. I have the Spider-Man special
Yeah, what the
edition
fuck do you want this for?
That would be a Trevor moment, though.
It would.
Just to show that I'm more of a gamer. I have 2 PS4s. You have
two
none.
PS4s.
You have none.
I mean,
I had 2 GameCubes and 2 PS2s.
I have 3
And 2
GameCubes at the
Game Boys.
moment.
Well, I
And
had 3
2 Game Boys and 2
I have 2
DSs.
DSs. Yeah.
why?
I've got a Game Boy Color.
Oh, that's.
I'm getting
maybe he is
that.
more of a gamer.
I'm getting that Atari.
Maybe
I have an
he is.
Atari. I have an Atari 2600.
Okay, he is officially more of a gamer than me.
Yep.
What the
I have
fuck?
a
You have an
classic
Atari?
Atari.
How?
He just
Yeah.
got that one.
I just got it. It was my
Wow, okay,
dad's.
it was like,
My
did
grandma
Dad fucking
found
play
it.
that as a kid? Just never get rid
Yeah,
of
it's
it?
my dad. It's actually my dad's. It's got Pac-Man, Pitfall, Defender. It's got like the big name games too.
Punch
So, no, that's not the right console.
Yeah, wrong
Oh,
console.
okay, well, I was just guessing, I was thinking of the old...
Punch Out came out for the NES and
Yeah,
then
you're
the
thinking
Super
of the
Nintendo and then the
Nintendo
Wii
Entertainment System.
and then the Wii
And then Super Punch Out was on the Super Nintendo
Yeah.
Entertainment System.
and then whatever the Punch Out for the Wii was called.
Punch Out Wii was.
I think it was just called Punch Out. Yeah, Punch Out for the Wii.
Pretty sure that's the last Punch-Out, right? I don't think that's...
Yeah,
Yeah, they haven't
Donkey
made one
Kong
for
was
the
the secret
Switch.
final boss. Yeah, they should do it for the Switch. It'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Do motion controls again too.
Yeah, because you actually have 2 punching maneuver
Yeah.
mechanisms.
No, they're just
That
being
have-
lazy and remastering their old classics.
It's, people seem to be saying that's because the Switch 2 is on the way, which
Which they didn't announce at the Direct or
Yeah.
anything regarding it.
But, like, I can see a little bit of that. Like, instead of investing in tons of new IPs and tech for, like, the current Switch, just remaster some shit, make some easy money on the end of the life cycle. I can see where they're coming from. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's actually a fair point. You have
Yeah.
a point there.
Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna happen still. I think the Switch is still gonna be around for another couple years.
Will they ever localize Mother 3?
No.
Never.
I found a Mother 4 album, a remaster of the music album. Delicious music.
All Mother
Earthbound
music is
music's
delicious
really
music.
All Mother music's good. Yeah,
Yes.
Mother music's good. I got back onto playing the one on the Super Nintendo Virtual Console.
Yeah.
I have no clue where I'm at.
Very nice.
It's
never
been
played
so
it.
long.
I've never played it, but I watched games where I play it. What's
You
the-
can play it for free right now. It's on the Switch on the Super Nintendo Virtual Console.
Well, we'll get it once we sign on to your
the
plan.
Super Nintendo. I thought
Yeah.
was a part of the
Yeah.
base one. Was
Yeah.
it not?
I don't know. I haven't checked.
I think I might be wrong about that. But I thought Super Nintendo might be base, not.
I want to play Mario
Pro.
RPG.
Yeah,
The remaster
so-
comes out in a month or less than
Yep.
a month now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah,
beat the game
that'll
that
be
I
fun.
paid $60 for.
Yeah, we're gonna beat that.
Yeah, we have
We could
to.
do that after this if we want.
Gotta
Yeah,
justify
we could do that.
Yeah.
It picks up. Give it a little bit longer, Kirk. The levels get
Give it some time. Give it some
the
time.
levels get rough
Once
and hard.
once JJ starts yelling at you about everything that you do, it'll be good.
Yeah.
That's bound to happen at some point.
Once we get to the levels that actually require you to have to do things and are difficult, that's when we'll
where it
have
picks
fun.
up.
Bart, what the fuck are you doing? Bart!
Kurt, turn around, Kurt.
That's my JJ impression.
It's so much fun to yell in games. I don't mean any of it. I
It
hope
is
you
fun to
both
yell in
recognize
games. It
that,
is
but
fun.
like
Oh,
it's
I
so
know.
much fun.
I know.
I scream when we
And,
get.
and Trevor's fucking reaction would be, Kurt, what happened?
What are you, Kurt? Come on, man. What are you doing?
He's just sad. He's disappointed.
Like,
Disappointed, yeah. I'm like, I've played Bloodborne with you. I know you're a gamer.
meanwhile,
What are you doing?
if I started to talk how I would right now, I would have to back away from my mic, or else it would just be a solid block on Audacity. Like,
Yeah, my demonstration scream was that just a second ago.
Yeah. Just.
Kirk. Come on.
But yeah.
Disappointed.
Bloodborne's number 1. Elden Ring's probably number 2. I just have to give it credit.
Love Elden Ring though.
It's just
Well, I
so
think
good.
once the DLC comes out, it might bump up.
Yeah. They're taking their time, which kind of gives me hope that it's going to be good.
Is
Same.
DS3 on PS4?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then I can get caught up, can't I?
And I do like
the last
DS3.
3.
Yeah, DS3
So,
is
like
also very
DS3.
good.
should
I
I
like
play
that one.
Demon Souls? Have either of you played Demon Souls?
Not much point.
What about the
Not much point.
remaster?
Same.
It's the same game.
Okay.
It's the same game.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they remastered and upgraded the UI. They do that sometimes.
They did. They upgraded the graphics and that's it. They didn't change any of like the dumb shit.
See,
that
then
that
I don't
game
want to
has.
do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
The bosses
Yeah.
are still jank. The enemies are still jank. It's like
You know what game was fucking great though?
what?
Dark Souls 2.
I was gonna say Nier Automata, but not Dark Souls 2. But Dark Souls 2 was not that great. Dark Souls 2 wasn't like good. It was better than my Dark Souls 1 experience.
It's
but,
just that the programming in DS2 was
yeah,
shit.
it just didn't nothing felt like it moved correctly. Is the
It
best
wasn't.
way I can
It
put
wasn't
it.
polished. Like
No.
Yeah.
I think just that like the design of that game was fundamentally wrong.
Bro,
Because-
fucking none of my curve swords did shit in late game. What's the
I
point of
think-
going Dex if my curve sword's not gonna do anything? Like,
To me, Bloodborne feels like it has the most polish of all the mainline Souls games.
do you think that's because a
Excluding
different team
Elden
did
Ring.
it?
Well, maybe even including Elden Ring. Yeah, I think it has the most polish.
Well, it's just like
Just period.
the combat. They simplified the combat system a lot. They don't have like hundreds of weapons anymore. They have 26.
And it feels so good.
Yeah.
The combat
See,
feels
so, like,
incredible. in that game.
That's
Yeah.
important in a game like that. I feel like in a game where
Yes.
your movement set is very important,
yes.
you have to have a quality movement
There's
set.
no-
Like that's
Yeah.
it.
There's no bullshit where it's just like, how the fuck did that kill me? It's like, ah, goddamn.
Yeah.
it,
You're like, yeah, I got hit by that. I deserved it.
That's why I raged so fucking hard in Dark Souls 2 because it was always bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, there was so much shit where I was like, how did that hit me? That shit was not near me. I was rolling through it
level
perfectly
80, bro,
fine.
and
Like
I was
so
behind
many
him.
things. Yeah, exactly.
Just level
like,
80, bro. That's what fucking Ben told me. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Fuck
why
the
is-
fuck up. Shut the fuck
Why
up.
is
No, do
dodge
not
tied into a
defend.
fucking stats? I have to wait its levels to just, like have a
so
fucking-
stupid.
so dumb.
I saw a post today that was shitting on people that put things into decks, and then I was like, I've only done dex builds so far.
What do you... I wonder what JJ would pick in Bloodborne. Because I'm still doing Kirk Hammer, I tell you
Here's the
what.
thing, I like doing movesets that I dodge, do a couple quick hits, and then back off real fast.
He'd probably like the sword saw then.
Yeah.
I mean, the sword saw is good.
Saw
like,
Cleaver.
that's-
Saw cleaver, yeah.
It's kind of like my gameplay style. If I can't be a support character, I go in and then I run away. That's what I like.
Or the Uchi Katana.
Yeah.
Or
Fuck, I
what's
did
it
not
called
like
in
the
that game?
katanas in
It's called
Dark
the It's
Souls.
called the Chickage in that one.
Is it better than the ones in
It's-
Dark Souls? Because the Dark
it's
Souls
good.
ones were not that great.
It's
It's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Because the Dark Souls one, I was like, this is all right, but like,
That's
There's
what I used
better.
on my first playthrough.
really?
Yeah. I started with the Saw Cleaver, and then I was like, ooh, and I changed to that.
Ooh.
Keep in mind, though, there are no respecs in that game.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the thing.
You got
I
what you
mean,
got.
that's
You're doing
okay.
it,
In
you're
Dark
doing it.
Souls
You got
2,
what you
I
got.
killed the lady that does the respec, so that's it. Whatever.
Nice.
You're an idiot.
No, I did it on purpose. I was like, fuck, I'm out of it's one of the like 3 things I googled. I was out of the fragrant branches of yore.
Yeah.
And I had to get another one because I used them all on non-progression based. So I had to kill one of the ladies in that area to get it, and I think I killed the wrong one the first time and killed the respec lady.
Do you actually
But-
need Fragrant Branches of the Yore to progress in that game?
In version 1.0.0.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah, because he has it on Xbox 360, which
I
doesn't
forgot
have
about that.
online anymore, so it
Yeah,
doesn't
so
update.
I'm version 1.0.0, and I looked it up. There are like 10 more fragrant branches of yore available in the second update. In the first update, they add 1 million more branches of yore. Like,
Yeah, because
But-
that was never a problem for me. So I was just like, oh my god.
yeah, I got to a point and I was like, I can't progress. I don't have a branch of yore. Like, what do I do here? And I hadn't run into
It's so
any.
tragic.
And so I googled it and I went to the spot,
Dude.
and then I realized it said Scholar of the First Sin edition
Oh my
had it. And I
God.
was like, fuck.
I would have just quit
So-
right there. I've been like, fuck this game.
Well, I got
I'm
one.
surprised that you kept going.
I was too far into the game to just quit at that point, you know? Like,
What was the worst area,
True.
in your opinion?
worst area.
Because I struggled fucking way harder on the areas than I did the bosses. I beat all the bosses in like the first or second try.
The bosses generally weren't that bad. There was
Yeah.
one boss that pissed me off. What boss was that? Oh, the Throne
Pursuer?
Watcher and the Throne Defender pissed me off. That was actually what pissed me off. Just because there's two of them.
Dude,
and
I
they're like,
clutched- I clutched
they're just
the fuck
there.
out of that on my playthrough.
and they heal
you?
each other and
Yeah.
you can't, you fucking, what the fuck?
And so in the
Yeah.
first sin, there's an additional phase.
Oh!
Alia,
Yeah.
or whatever his name is, of the Dark Sin, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. No,
I don't- I didn't
Alia,
have that.
Scholar of the First Sin. I had zero Estus for both Nashandra and him.
Nashandra's not
Jesus
bad.
Christ.
Nashandra
And
was
I fucked
easy.
the clutch at it. They were both easy. That's why I was
Yeah.
able to clutch it, but I was like, I'm gonna
I was like-
fucking lose this. But I ended up.
Nashandra was super easy, but like, that's impressive that you did that.
I was just like, my fucking anime protagonist power up to beat this fucking piece of shit game. Allowed
Did
me to
that,
clutch it
but
out.
couldn't clutch the infant of the fucking in Bloodborne.
No.
The infant.
We died like 20 times, I think.
On your,
Yeah.
we beat him in like 4 on mine, and then it was
Yeah.
like 30 on yours.
Yeah.
After we beat it
Like-
in 4 on mine.
like- Like, you kept
Because we
dying
beat it so
early.
quick, we got overconfident. We were like, yeah, that
yeah.
was easy. What the hell?
Like, you kept
And it
dying
wasn't.
early, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to stamina this out. And we're just like, we would both die from, like, his dumb, like...
You kept dying early because you kept getting too confident. You were like chasing
Yeah,
on
that's
every
true.
move.
Yeah.
Oh, I can tell you what area pissed me off the most in Dark Souls 2. I had to think about it for a second. Do you remember the area right after the Forest of Mist or whatever it was called?
The one with, like, the curse drums?
Yes.
Oh god.
Oh,
Those
yeah, I
things were
remember that.
fucking everywhere, and then the enemies do curse damage to you if they hit you.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, I
But-
was a Hex
just-
build, so I
Yep.
didn't have a problem with that.
yeah, not me. So
Any other build, just it's agony,
it
suffering.
builds up immediately. It's the fastest building thing in the game. Like, it builds faster than poison, it builds faster than bleed. It just builds as like, here we go,
Unless
you're
you're
cursed.
See, you probably didn't have a lot of trouble with the gutter, because you had poison resistance. I did.
Yeah, no, the gutter was fine. I had
The
great
gutter
poison
fucked
resistance.
me up,
Yeah.
dude. Because, like, with the mage, I didn't have any poise, so those little, like, piece of shit, like, spitballs that they spit at you would stun
Oh, yeah.
me. And it would stun me for, like, 5 seconds. My character, like, it was like fucking Neo, like, trying
That
to dodge
sucks.
a bullet in the Matrix. Like, that's how long my fucking stun was. Just like, oh!
Every Dark Souls has a gutter / Blight Town.
Yeah,
/
Blighttown
horrible.
is the area that was worse than Dark Souls 1. That's
The version
I
of
guess.
Dark Souls 3
Hate
is fair and
White Town.
keep, probably.
Yeah.
Keep.
Yeah.
Keep.
Okay. How far in the game is
So
that?
look forward to that.
I
It's
think
like a quarter.
part of it, like,
Yeah.
It's pretty
'Cause-
close to the beginning. It's like a quarter.
see, they always put him at the beginning, and that's what,
Yeah, I know, right?
like,
It's like it's
It's
really
the
the
worst
skill check
time
for the
for
player.
it,
Like,
yeah.
can you make it past this zone? That's the gatekeep.
yeah, basically.
For me, it was. I think I already talked about this. It was Iron Keep. I rage quit on that area and didn't come back for
Iron
like
Keep.
4 months.
Really?
Yeah, I
Kind of understandable.
because
Yeah.
it was the Alon Knights.
Yep.
Like,
Ah.
as a mage, I can't fight them up close. I have to get away, and they are super aggressive.
I switched to the blacksmith hammer, and I just staggered them in
So,
2 hits.
I had
Every
to
2
be
hit, I
s-
staggered them. It was
I had to
great.
be super fucking careful every time. So like each clear through for the smelter demon would take like 5 minutes. And then I would get to the smelter demon and lose and have to do it again. I'm just like, fuck this.
I
Kind of
never-
on you for playing a gormless mage, though. To be honest, kind of your
Yeah.
own fault. Did it to
I
yourself.
never actually beat the smelter demon.
I think I actually made it harder on myself playing a mage in Dark Souls 2. It's not as strong as it is.
Oh, it's not good in DS2. No.
Yeah.
Mage is not good.
But that's what Ben told me to
yeah.
play. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll play. He's
fuck?
like, do a
Why'd
hex.
you-
I'm not
I think
trusting
we've
Ben
learned at
anymore.
this point
It's
not to listen to Ben on any of these things.
but
He
this
might
was
be a
like 2
fan,
years
but he
ago.
doesn't know anything. Like,
like 2 years ago.
Well, Ben will play like the meta class and then say it's not good.
that's a skill
I
issue.
don't understand.
That's a skill issue.
Yeah.
That's a genuine skill issue.
Yeah.
If you're playing the best
Because in
class,
Elden
you
Ring he
should
did
win.
He did like mage / bleed build, which is like the meta in Elden Ring. Either one of
Oh my
those.
God. I don't know if he used Rivers of Blood or not, but that weapon was
think he did.
absolutely busted
Aw.
on release. It was
I believe he
busted
did.
on release. It's not busted.
Kirk and
anymore.
I did strength build, on release. We were absolute
horrible.
Giga Chads because it sucked on release. It was the worst build. Pure Strength was awful.
If we're being honest, I'll probably go Dex build again. So
because like that's supposed to give you like the most honest playthrough experience. Is a strength build. It's like you know just hit and roll. But in Elden Ring, it was just like you'd hit and then get hit. You wouldn't have time to roll.
Because the end leg on all the strength weapons were so bad, and they didn't do enough stagger to compensate for it. So you just got fucked.
That's
Dex
kind
build
of funny.
is good in Elden Ring. It's very good, and it's good in most Dark Souls games.
Yeah.
Except maybe 2. I think strength build is better in 2, honestly.
I feel like poise mattered a lot.
Yeah.
Being able to stagger everything was like being able to stagger in general
it's a
was
lifesaver.
big. Yeah.
It is because my brother did a strength build on 2, and he fucking breezed through that game.
Yeah, it's just
There
objectively better.
were still points that I got stuck on. I actually never killed King Vendrick.
Really?
Yeah, he's still walking in circles in my game. I was just like, he's fine. He doesn't need to die.
He's not going anywhere. He's doing his own thing.
Yeah.
He's in the basement.
He's just in the basement. Yeah. I killed his bodyguard and then just left him. Like that's what I did.
That was probably one of my favorite bosses with his bodyguard. That was a cool fight.
Yeah, that was a great fight. The hammer and the dark magic, that was great.
DS3 is a good game. Good game. Is Dex or Strength better in DS3, do you think?
They're both like DS3 is pretty balanced. I think they're both
they're
good.
comparable.
Like everything's good in that game except Faith. Faith is the worst class in that game.
DS3 I think is the best balanced of all mainline Souls games.
Really? I have
Minus
not
Faith,
used
yeah.
Faith at all. Like I have not even wanted to get into Faith. I haven't leveled Faith in any Dark Souls game so far. Like I don't.
It's good in Elden Ring.
Yeah,
Like,
and
actually.
it's good in Dark Souls 1. Really good in Dark Souls 1.
I didn't use it in Dark. The only I might have used one faith-based spell in Dark Souls 1, but it probably was like whatever the travel one is. Or
I heard like
that
a
is.
fucking cringe take where it's just like, it makes sense that Faith is bad from a lore perspective because the world is decaying more and more and you're getting farther from the light. So that's why Faith is weaker. It's just like, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
If I want to play Faith, I should be able to play Faith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be me doing a challenge run because I chose to play one of the main classes.
Yeah, if the class is in a game, you shouldn't, unless it's a specific challenge run class, and it's very clearly
Right.
that.
If I'm playing Depraved, I expect to be fucked.
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect it to be playing a Faith build.
Yes.
Yeah. It's fucking awful, dude. That's what
But
I
that's
did
like-
that in Elden
yeah.
Ring, and it was the worst mistake I made.
Well, that's what Strength was like, basically. In Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll get to those eventually,
If
hopefully.
you're doing Elden Ring, don't do Deprived or whatever it's called.
I mean, I'll probably just do a fucking whatever Dex build is again.
yeah, it's good.
If we're being honest, I'm pretty generic.
Dex is like best class besides Mage.
I just like
In,
Dex
Elden Ring.
builds. If I can't do a support class, if I can't help somebody else, I'm gonna be a Dex build and run away.
Yeah.
Go for it. As long as you're not bleed. You'll lose my respect.
No, I haven't done bleed in anything
Do
because
bleed
I
second
know people
playthrough.
hate it.
Do Bleed second playthrough.
Make
It's
it
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun, you just win.
I haven't really done bleed or poison or anything like that. Any of the like effects I've given have been elemental almost strictly. Like
My third character in Elden Ring's a poison build.
Is it? How's
Yeah.
that going?
It's actually pretty strong.
oh,
Is it?
that's not true. I
Yeah.
did a single poison weapon just for like a boss or something like that in Dark Souls 1.
Yeah, that's Dark
No.
Souls though. In Elden Ring, you get a weapon art that like makes poison viable, basically.
Yep.
Oh.
There's this thing that
I think
like,
I
you
told
can-
Kirk I'm doing fists only on my playthrough currently.
You've told me that too.
It's
you
told
can
a
do
lot
that
of
for like
people
a
that.
year.
Yeah.
It's really good. So you can tell because
It's
I've
taken
been
you a
doing it for
while.
year.
It's really good.
I still haven't beaten the game on my poison playthrough because I'm on Melania right now, and I'm just like, I don't feel like it. Yeah, I don't feel like
Everybody talks about that one. That sounds like
I dread
the
that on
boss.
fist build, dude. She's the boss of
Yeah, I'm
Dark
fine with
Souls.
that.
Like the Dark Souls, Elden Ring, the Elden Souls.
Yeah, I wouldn't lose respect for you if you do a summon on that boss, JJ.
Okay.
'Cause
Honestly.
she's a kind of bullshit.
Honestly,
She's
someone let me solo her.
You also need to play Sekiro, I think. I don't know, Trevor, have you played
Oh,
Sekiro?
yeah.
Nope.
the Japanese one.
You'd be pretty
Yeah.
good at it, Trevor.
You think
Isn't
so?
that
It's a
isn't
rhythm
that game
game.
a lot more timing? Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Because
Yeah.
like timing and reaction and like knowing things is a little bit easier in my opinion.
The fights in that game are rhythms, basically. They're-
Oh, I can do that. That's great.
Yeah. But like you can't like cheese anything. You have to just get good and beat it.
That's fine.
I'm
I'm
okay
So
with that.
a lot of people haven't beaten Sekiro because of that, because if they don't get the hang of the combat.
I mean, I haven't
They
really
just can't do
cheesed
it.
anything in Dark Souls
Right.
yet. I accidentally cheesed whatever that lava boss was in Dark Souls 1, but that wasn't on purpose. I accidentally got the special kill where he like falls down, or the secret thing.
Dripping cum?
Whatever it was. Sure, if that's his name.
Ceaseless discharge?
Yeah. I was just scared, so I kept on running farther and farther back because I was dying and out of Estus Flex, and eventually he just fell, and I was like, oh.
Kirk and I suffered so much in our level 1 playthrough of that game until we got the dragon head thing.
Oh,
It was just
yeah.
agony up until
Yeah.
that point.
That's very understandable.
And Ben the whole time.
He was like,
Guys, can we just level? Can we level?
We were like, Ben, this was your concept. This was your idea to do this. Why?
I'll do
I'll
a level 1 playthrough with you
do it.
guys,
I
and
do
I'll
wanna
stick
do
it
this,
through
yes.
to the end.
Yeah,
I
when
do
you get the
still wanna do
PS4 version, play with us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have a hard copy of DS1, so you don't even have to buy it. You can just play
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
sweet.
it. Yeah.
Wait, do I get access to all your games? What?
I think you do.
Really?
Yeah,
If his
they're still on
account's
there.
on there, yeah. If his
still on
account's
there.
there.
So you don't even have
So
to
you'll
buy
get his whole
Bloodborne or
library.
anything.
Yeah.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, just don't go don't go buying any more games without my
I'm buying all the games, motherfucker.
Ah, you can afford it. You
You just got a raise.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Nah.
No.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Honestly, Minecraft's probably up there for video games, but that doesn't really
Ooh,
make sense.
Minecraft's just a good game, though.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
a good
Like,
game.
that's
I
just
love
blanket
Minecraft.
statement, good game.
Good game.
Yeah.
You know what else
That's
is a
all
really
about-
good game?
That's all I
Very
have to
good
say about
game.
That, though.
Nier
Nier
Automata.
Yes.
How do you say it?
Nier
Nier
Automata, I think.
Automata? I say a Nier
It's
Automata.
I say Automata as well, but I think it's supposed to be like Automata or something like that. Like,
Nier Automatopoeia.
yeah.
Yeah, that's cringe. I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
that. Right?
But I'm not
saying
gonna say it that way either. Nier Automata just sounds so much better.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's got a nice ring to it. It really rolls off the tongue. It's a fucking
Yeah.
Japanese game too. You can say however you want.
It's true.
They don't.
That
even
might
know how
be
it's supposed
that
to
might be an English word, but
I'm about to say it is a real word.
yeah,
they don't even know how it's supposed to be said. So why
True.
should we?
True.
that's a good point.
That was like the Zolo Zoro thing.
Yeah, Kirk doesn't get that reference.
No.
For
Don't
the
talk
longest
about One
time,
Piece.
the English dubs and everything thought Zoro was pronounced Zolo
Because of the way
Japanese
Japanese-
VA can't say R, they say L.
Yeah.
Solo.
No, so
even in the 4 kids
English,
dub
yeah.
of the
They go,
thing, they call him
Hey,
Zolo.
Zolo, come
Zolo.
over here.
Ew, you say it like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
disgusting.
it's bad.
Yeah,
That is
but you know what
fucking
has good
repulsive.
voice acting? Nier Automata.
Nier Automata.
Fucking that game. We've all played that game.
Oh, we actually gonna talk about it now?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
We keep
Oh,
Why
trying
would
to
we
segue
not?
into it.
I know we
Good
like
section.
segued away from it 20 times.
Yeah, well now we're segueing into it. So
Official segue into Nier Automata starting
Yeah.
now.
Dude,
that
Good
game
game.
is great.
Dude.
Like,
let's do Nier Automata cosplay while driving. It's a good
What did you
idea.
just say?
oh, with the blindfolds.
Oh Jesus!
I had to think that one through.
Only if
was
I can
like,
be 2B.
I call A2. I call A2.
I'm
You
not
call it
thinking
two?
of- I'm not thinking
You're
of
not-
2A, whatever her name is.
Kirk's got a kind of 9S vibe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would go insane after you
So I
watched
go
the girl that
insane?
you were horny for die.
And I'm
Yeah.
secretly the fucking strongest android in the entire fucking
Right?
Your
Yes!
Hey.
Holy shit! God, that game was good.
I don't know if there was an ending to a game that ever made me feel more emotion than that one.
No, that game got me.
really did.
I was
Fucked
like,
up.
this must be what depression feels like. When I beat it.
Honestly,
This is
yeah.
it right here. This
Yeah.
this is what emptiness feels like.
Oh, it's so.
The moment after being done, like stepping away from it and going, I don't have anything else to do with this. Fuck. It was so depressing.
Like those are the types of like stories that have like the biggest effect on me. It's just like where it invokes an emotion that like you didn't even think existed before. If
Yeah.
Oh,
that makes sense.
An
Yeah.
emotion
It's
you
just
haven't
like-
felt prior.
It's just like I'm like really sad, but I'm also like kind of hopeful in a way. Like
Yeah.
like it was such a weird.
'Cause,
emotion.
like-
I don't know,
The end of the game was super down.
bleak. But
Yes.
it was also like a little bit
Very.
hopeful.
Yeah, but
at
it
the
was
same
like,
time.
well, there could be some like positive out of this.
Yeah. Did you get the good ending?
I got most of the endings. I got like 16 endings, I think, something like that. 17 endings. So
I got all the main endings, and then
I got all the
5 or
main
6.
endings as well.
I did the ending with fucking what's his name, Emil. God, that ending is so sad.
Did you ever beat the developers?
No, I never did that one.
I did.
God damn it!
Eventually.
Well, one of my questions just got ruined for the episode since you just did that.
What?
My question was gonna be, in Nier, you run into a mobile shopkeeper who gives you a quest to discover his memories. What was his name? And Kirk just had it. So yeah. So now we only have
I know
one
that
question.
one because I have a song on my Spotify that has it.
Fuck! So. I gotta come up with a question now.
That ending, there was no happiness in that ending.
No,
that one was just sad.
Oh my
but also
God.
because his story is from the prequel as well, so it was the continuation of that.
Yeah, the is his story.
But have you looked into what the prequel is? Because it's not exactly the same vibe.
No, but I heard it. But I heard it's like just as like depressing and good as Nier Automata. So, like everyone who's played like Nier Automata is just like Nier Replicant is just as good. So,
yeah, that's basically what I've heard as well.
But I've been like putting it off because this is like, am I in the mental state to play this right now? I don't know.
The answer is no.
Honestly, that is a very fair point.
You know, it's a fucking good game when you have to ask yourself that question.
Frankly, it doesn't matter what mental state you're in because it's gonna force you into the one that it intends anyway.
Yeah, that's a very good point. So you might as well just commit.
Honestly.
Yeah. Man.
Those games, the gameplay is also kind of repetitive. That's my one complaint is the gameplay gets somewhat repetitive. Like
yeah. I just changed it up. I just went to a different weapon when I got bored of the one I had.
See, but even when I switched weapons, it didn't feel like there was that much variety across the weapons. So like,
dude, as 2B,
combat's pretty.
Yeah, I mean
the same.
Yeah, but it's secondary to the story.
Yes.
Yes,
I would play the game for the music and the story, honestly.
Yeah.
Because the music is also just so good.
It's so good. Like, I remember, like, one of my friends who told me to play this game from college, like, played that music, and I was just like, is it really that great? And then you, like, play the game with the music accompanying it, and you're like, oh, I understand
Holy shit.
now.
A whole different vibe.
Yeah, I understand.
So amazing.
I still listen to that shit sometimes. I'm just like, oh.
Is there any game you guys have ever beaten that you cried at the end?
Before Your Eyes. It's the only video game that ever made
Before
me
Your
cry
Eyes?
in my life. Yes.
I think you told me about that one.
I don't know what that one is.
It's a short game. It's like an indie game, like an hour and a half maybe. It's about this kid dying from cancer. It's like the saddest thing you can think of.
Oh.
So it's just like, and just the way they presented it was just like really personal and emotional. I teared up a little bit. I choked up.
You know, interestingly, the only game that I've ever cried at the end of was Final Fantasy 15.
Really?
I cried at the end of that one. Because the ending was just... it was...
After
everything, like... It was just the whole game that led up to that point. I cried. And then it plays the music at the end of the game that you hear at the very beginning of the game. And the difference in tone is just so drastic.
That callback is always depressing. And
it's
anytime
such a,
there's... Yeah.
Maybe
and
I
have
should
it
play
sang
it.
by a different person in a much more somber way.
Maybe I should play that.
Game. I love that game. It's incredible. Because it's a lot. The
it is
game plays
good.
a lot like Nier Automata, actually.
Okay.
Oddly enough. And the story is very good.
I'll probably play that then. I heard it's a good game. I just never played Final Fantasy, so I'm just like...
It's a game that you don't get very much
See-
if you've never played Final Fantasy, because you have a team of 4, but you care, like, very much about everyone on the team in this game.
There was
Nice.
a sale on like all the Final Fantasy games not too long ago, like on most platforms, I think, because they were just doing a developer sale across the board. And I considered buying like 3 different Final Fantasy games, and I just didn't.
But you know what's interesting? Final Fantasy 15 is one of my favorite games of all time. I have zero interest in playing any of the other ones. Like, 16 came out, zero interest in it. Not at all. Never
doesn't
gonna
look
play
as
it, probably.
Like,
No.
like my roommate played it. He beat it. It looks fucking easy, first of all.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing, too, is it's way easier than 15. 15 has, like, some truly difficult, challenging areas and bosses and everything.
I think my roommate died like twice in that entire game. Yeah. It's just like, oh my
It
God,
did
dude.
seem like a game for game journalists, to be honest.
Say, sometimes they need those.
Yeah, we gotta give them their W's sometimes.
It kind of plays it for you. You just like don't take a lot of damage. You heal all the time, and like
that was what Assassin's Creed 3 felt like.
You just mash X, and your character does all these elaborate combos, but you're not doing it. So it's like, who cares?
Yeah, what does it matter? It's not Devil May Cry.
Yeah,
yeah. Where the entire focus is the combo.
Is the
point.
combos?
Like,
Yeah.
God of War is kind of like that too.
Is it?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of combos, and like you don't necessarily have to do the combos for the like easier bosses, but for the harder bosses, you have to do the combos. So it's like it's really satisfying. Like once you finally get it down. I was stuck on God of War 4. God of War Ragnarok. Pretty hard game. Not gonna lie. Like if you play on the higher difficulties, it's a pretty hard game. Kind of have to be on top of your shit. That's also a really good game with a really good story. I didn't cry because I'm fucking soulless.
I cannot believe the way they turned that franchise around into what it is today.
It's so good now. Like,
I know, it's insane.
Did you play Ragnarok?
Nope.
I think you need to, man. It's really good.
I do need to.
Did you play the 2018
It also
one?
has a song that's sang by Hosier at the end of it.
really? I did not know that.
And it's incredible. It's
He's a good singer, so.
The credits one.
Yeah. Yep, the credits one. It's
the
phenomenal.
tone works perfectly.
Do people react to that like they did to Ed Sheeran at the end of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet?
What?
like streamers.
That's a
I
thing.
don't know anything about that.
Yeah, Ed Sheeran's at the very end of Scarlet and Violet, by the way. He's got a special song for them, and every single streamer, it's like, and we beat the game. Ed Sheeran! No! Ed Sheeran!
No,
and they shut off their stream as fast as possible, basically.
This was not that way, because everyone at the end of this game was just, like, Ragnarok probably just had the most somber feeling.
Oh. That's good. I haven't, so I've seen...
And the music is just beautiful. That song is
I've seen the God of War 4, like, movie, in air quotes, you know? I've watched the
so you know what happens.
Yeah, I've watched...
yeah.
Well, no, but not Ragnarok. I haven't seen it for Ragnarok at all.
okay.
I have no idea what happens in Ragnarok. I have not
But the
seen
last one you did?
a single thing. But the God of War 4, the reboot of it,
Yeah.
I've seen the whole thing. So,
Okay.
the restart of this series I've seen, but the newest one, no. So.
Yeah, don't play both in a row because you're gonna burn yourself out. Just like if you've already
'Cause it
watched
does
the
take a
movie
while.
version-
Is it... Here's my genuine question. If I know the full plot for the first one, is it even worth it to play it?
You'll get everything out of the first game and more by playing the second one combat-wise.
Okay.
It's just everything involved in the first one, but just improved upon. It just massively improved the combat in the second game.
Okay.
Yeah.
To my brain, that
if you
registers
wanna
is
play
not
it-
fully essential. Yeah, like it,
But if you
I
want to play
feel
it,
it,
you can do it. But
yeah, I might just skip it. I don't know.
I probably will skip it. I'll probably just play Ragnarok.
I'm probably just go
it
straight to
would have gotten
Ragnarok.
Game of the Year if Elden Ring did come out at the same time.
Well, it's like I never played the original Red
Makes
Dead
sense.
because I played the Red Dead 2, and I have no need to play the original anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense as well. You see Red Dead Redemption's on
People
the
tell me to
Switch
play
now.
Breath of the
Fuck.
Wild. People tell me to play
Nah,
Breath of the Wild.
no, just go to
and
Tears of the
Tears
Kingdom.
It's like,
Yeah,
no,
fuck that. Just
I'm gonna
do
burn
Tears of the
myself
Kingdom.
out, and I heard it's like
No.
the same map but just expanded on. It's like no.
Well,
I'm just gonna play,
Yeah.
Yeah, the map is the same. There's a lot more to it, which is nice.
I'm
But
just gonna burn myself out though.
It's double the size, basically. I mean, really.
yeah, it's more than double the size because the depths and the sky.
Yeah.
So the depths are the exact same size as the base world map.
Damn.
Which is insane.
Yep.
It's
And then there's
huge.
also Sky Islands as well. So
But it's
the
so much
game
better
is
because you
twice
got-
the size than the previous one.
You have so many more movement options in this one because you can just make vehicles and
Yeah.
flying vehicles and
Yeah.
fun things.
Although the best thing is the hover, the hover.
Yeah,
Like-
but I never wanted to do that though.
You don't
'Cause I was
need
like,
to do
everyone
that.
knows that
Yeah.
it's the meta one.
Yeah,
not doing
'cause
it.
But if you're like me, where you're driving up and down doing lines wearing a Korok mask, like just looking for
then,
everything.
in that case, yes. You
That's the
absolutely
best
would.
thing to exist.
Yeah.
Like my thing is a nightmare to look at still. I had stopped playing for a couple months now. Because I hit that like 360 hour mark or something like that.
Hot damn.
And I just was like, all I'm doing is finding Koroks. It's the only thing I have left. It's the same thing I did with Breath in the Wild. So like, give me a couple more months, and I'm going to hard binge the game for another 100 hours, finish out the 1,000 Koroks that I need to do, and then I'm never going to touch the game again.
But Kirk, the reason I didn't get into Breath of the Wild at all in the first place was because I thought the combat system was trash. And there was no reason for that. It was just like in my brain that was the case. I literally had no reason for it. And then I played the game and I was like, wait, this is actually pretty satisfying and good. I like this a lot.
Combat system's really not that bad.
It's really
That's
nice.
how I feel about it.
Yeah,
That's
and I was like, I played it and I was
the-
like, this is really nice.
Yeah,
The one
it just
thing I'm
looks.
saying.
Yeah,
It
I've
looks
seen-
bad from the outside because all of the clips they show are just clips, and it's of some random guy or some game developer not really trying.
Yeah.
Like,
but it actually flows really nicely. It's very
Yeah.
fun. And no, I say the real reason I didn't play Breath of the Wild was because of the breakable weapons. But in this game, it doesn't matter because the system is completely different.
you get weapons so fast, and the fusing system changes
It changes the whole gameplay
dexterity
dynamic.
of it,
It's
and
incredible.
all that. So
Nice.
you
Yeah,
can,
I'll
you
play
can have
eventually.
weapons that don't do anything to anybody on purpose. They can just be annoying.
Yeah, just
It's very
have fun.
Great.
I'm playing Baldur's
At some
Gate right
point.
now. That's
Yeah.
gonna
Oh,
be my
well,
life
that's-
for a little bit.
I think I said this to Kirk last night, but I was like, I hate whenever one of my friends picks up Baldur's Gate because then they're not going to be my friend for the next 2 or 3 months of their life being in Baldur's Gate.
I don't have Baldur's Gate.
It's D&D, but a video game.
Yeah, which
It's
we could just
everything
play
you
D&D.
could ask for. But
Well,
it's
Kirk,
like,
I would totally play Baldur's Gate 3 with you if I got the game. I totally would.
yeah, you
And
need a
then
PS5
I would be
now,
alone.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you could get it on PS4. But then I looked it up, I'm like, oh, fuck.
I can get
I
it
mean,
on
it
PC,
makes
though.
sense that you
Is it
can. The game
cross-platform?
is very intense.
No. I don't think you can
It's
play
not-
it on PS4.
It's not cross-platform?
No,
No.
cross-platform.
That's what I was
God.
asking.
Oh.
It's cross-platform between like PC and PS5.
Oh.
I got you.
I want to figure that out because I would.
If
play
it
looking
is,
it up.
then yeah.
I would-
yeah,
I would
I
play
want to
that
play it
with
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3 fully supports cross-platform progression.
Hey, let's
progression.
go.
Wait.
Wait.
Go.
No. Progression. It's just
That means
saves.
it carries over from saves to another.
Hold on. I'm looking for more.
I'd be kind of scuffed if it's not cross-platform. Like,
Yeah, that'd be fucked up. You kidding me? That's the one game where it, like, absolutely should be. There's no reason for it not to be, because it's a turn-based, easy game. Well, not
It's not
easy
easy.
game, but easy in
not
terms
easy.
of, like... Not easy in terms of, like, it should be cross-platform.
it's hard in the sense that D&D is hard. Where
According
if you fuck
to
up,
this
it changes
article,
everything.
only Mac and PC can.
What?
What the fuck?
It says currently though.
Maybe later.
Maybe later.
You should still just play it, Trevor, even if it's not with
PC
me.
and console
not gonna
crossplay
play
is
it
on
till
the
I can play with someone
roadmap
else.
for Baldur's Gate. It's on the roadmap, which means that there's a chance that it may never even happen. Because roadmaps don't mean shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
Cross-play will come to the game. Yeah.
No, sure.
Like,
What if I look
Probably.
up
I mean-
when will Baldur's Gate 3 become cross-platform? When was Baldur's Gate 3 become cross-platform?
69,000 years.
I was just thinking about this.
It'll come out when
I don't
Elder Scrolls
understand why is crossplay so hard. I don't know. I've never looked it up. Why is it an issue?
Most of it is because of Sony and Microsoft being just very much sticklers of their own
Is that
games,
it?
their
Because
own
like I'm sure
consoles.
that the technology can communicate with each other. Like technology communicates across each other all the time. Like that's why I'm like, why are we not?
But they're also programmed completely differently because they're on different sorts of. But
Right.
you would think it wouldn't be so hard nowadays because
That's-
PS5
yeah.
and the new Xbox are basically just computers.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I feel like the technology is not that different at this
Right.
point.
They just
Like,
use like computer
years and
drivers
years
everything
ago,
now.
yeah, years ago when it was a genuine console and not a computer in a console shell, like, yeah. But
Skill issue.
now,
It's a skill issue.
what?
It is a skill,
Skill
issue.
issue?
Actually, a skill
Yeah.
issue on the devs' part.
Yeah,
Dude.
it's also a skill issue that Microsoft keeps on trying to put buying Nintendo into their plans.
Yeah.
What the fuck? It's never gonna happen.
Yeah, no,
Seriously.
it's never
And
gonna
if it
happen.
does,
A Japanese company will never let an American company buy them. Never.
Never.
and
That
Nintendo-
alone should shut you down. Like,
And Nintendo's like doesn't make good
Nintendo.
decisions ever as a company.
but also like, why would they sell?
Yeah, they're fucking massive.
Yeah, they're making a museum just for the fun of it
Yeah.
because they can.
Yeah.
Like,
Jesus,
they
dude.
don't need to make a
I can't-
museum.
I
They're
can't
just like,
even
we're
imagine.
Nintendo.
Like, there's like okay, like Activision Blizzard. Are they part of Microsoft too, or no? Am I wrong about
Activision,
that?
I think, officially just got bought. I think the deal finally went through.
They have too much power.
Yeah, no, Microsoft is.
We need
basically
another
monopoly at
trust
this
buster.
point.
We need a fucking Roosevelt. Trevor, step
Yes.
up.
Got
Yep.
it.
Trevor?
I'm gonna fucking do it.
Trevor,
I'll
you
tell
need a
what.
bigger smile.
I need a bigger smile.
Yeah.
I need a bigger mustache.
You gotta grow out your fucking Monopoly mustache.
Yeah, this thing's got to become massive before I do that.
Yeah. You gotta
You're
become Dr. Eggman.
I could do it.
Part of the way there. I think you could do it.
Yeah.
They need to bring that back in general. I don't know, might be an unpopular opinion, but I like that mustache style. Just like
Yeah,
the huge
I do
fucking
too.
bushy
Fake
mustache.
mustache.
Yep.
I think it's
I
pretty
do
like
too.
fucking.
I mean,
badass
it
looking.
started to come back for a little bit, but it was
very
brought back by
masculine.
like the hipsters.
No, it was brought back in the worst way possible.
Yeah.
Combining it with a mullet.
Oh yeah, that yeah.
The Curtis Connor hairstyle. Like
Yeah, now I know
But
what you're talking about.
people don't do like the long mustache that you wax, right? They've been doing like the short mustache, like the
Yeah, like the pedo-
officer mustache. They've been doing that,
Yeah.
and that's horrible. That's just bad. My brother did that.
And he looks like a pedo.
Problem too is he has light colored hair, so like
Also,
doing
he's a teacher,
facial
so he
hair
can't
is
look like a
difficult.
pedo.
Really? I thought he had brown hair.
No, he's got like
No, he's
gray
blonde.
color hair.
Yeah.
Oh.
Trevor's kind of an anomaly in his
Yeah,
family.
you are.
I am a little
All
bit,
of your family is blonde. Everyone.
Like
Yeah,
blonde-ish.
Yeah, my mom, my brother, my
Yeah.
cousins, my.
Oh,
But my dad has dark hair. My dad has dark hair.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, any other of the Kirk's favorite games? You said your list
yeah.
expanded.
Those are just the ones worth talking about. I think.
No,
Y'all,
there's
like,
got to
share
be more.
with me.
Rayman.
really?
Fuck. I mean, yeah.
I mean,
it's more just nostalgia.
And
Like,
Trevor,
Trevor,
you and I
Rayman's
talked about
fine.
that. Like we've covered Rayman a
Yeah,
little.
we've already
But
covered Rayman.
Kirk also likes Rayman.
That's true.
A
Kirk, do
lot
you have
of the-
anything of
Kirk liked
value to
Rayman
add
too,
for
though.
Rayman?
He
If I
liked
have
Rayman
anything
too.
of value to add to Rayman, I think it could have like been in the same league as like God of War maybe or something. Just like a really fundamental classic PS or PlayStation game or Nintendo game.
Okay, thank God that you clarified that statement because I was like, what the fuck kind of transition are you thinking Rayman was gonna have?
Well, no, I'm just like
suddenly goes
just,
super
like,
dark
on
and
that-
Rayman gets a really
No,
deep voice.
Just like on that level though, like a household name almost. It could have
Right.
had that potential.
Yeah, I think
'Cause it
Rayman
was
could
like-
have been as iconic as Sonic.
It was
Maybe not Mario and
iconic.
Luigi, obviously.
It was iconic enough.
Yeah.
For, like the characters in the world were iconic enough to where it could have done that, but they just fucking didn't for some reason.
Yeah, they just went away
I
from
wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's part of the reason because like at that time there were a million mascots like that. Like I don't know if it was like I'm
Really?
not saying that the game's better.
I
or
mean,
worse,
they
but,
stopped
like,
making Banjo-Kazooie games. They stopped making Crash games.
yeah,
even
like
though they
there were
did
a bunch of mascots that all got that kind of cut around the same time just because there were so many of them. They had to
Yeah.
like narrow it
But
down.
they're all good.
Spyro.
Yeah, I know it fucking sucks that they did that,
That's the
but
shitty
like
parts. They were all good.
they were all great.
But then
games.
they would make like one bad game for them and give up, and then they drop
Yeah.
the characters.
Yeah, because then part of the other reason on that because the Call of Duty and all the shooters were fucking popping off at the time too. So like a lot of the games that made those
Yeah,
those
JJ, that point
platformers
makes
just
no
gave
sense.
up.
Yeah. No, that point makes no sense because how many fucking first-person shooter franchises are there right
No,
now?
I think
like,
in
make a
fact
shit
that makes
ton
my
of money?
point even more valid because the
Why?
shooters were making it even less necessary for there to be those platforming characters.
But people still bought the platforming games. No,
That
people
doesn't
still
make any sense.
no, people still bought the platforming games though. That's what I'm
fucking
saying.
hold on. But the shooting games were making better sales at the time.
Were they though?
Right,
Yeah.
but the companies that made these characters didn't then transition to become shooter company games.
Ubisoft did.
Well, yeah, Ubisoft did.
What shooter have they made?
Fuck.
They
What? No, they're like
Um,
Assassin's Creed
don't they
and,
make,
Far Cry and stuff. They're not. I guess
Yeah,
that's
that's
a shooter. They're more like open world game
Yeah.
company now, like mediocre open world game company.
Accurate.
Actually,
Accurate.
what is Ubisoft's even like games category now that I think about it?
Fucking like open world.
What? Oh, they're making the Avatar game? What?
Yeah, it's gonna be another like generic open world game.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed. They did the Rainbow Six series. That's what they did. That's what I'm thinking
Oh, that
of.
makes sense.
Oh,
So they did
They
a
had
million
Siege.
fucking Rainbow Six games.
And they
And
they
Tom
have
Clancy
Siege, so
games.
they're just constantly working on that.
Yeah. Tom Clancy. They've got all the Tom Clancy games. They did Trackmania? Really?
Oh, that's interesting. Well,
didn't know
they've
that.
produced a lot of games, just outside of just developing.
Yeah.
Most of these are Assassin's Creed.
there's got to be a reason
Yeah.
for that though. Like I'm thinking about it. Like yeah,
See,
Banjo, Crash, and
See,
Rayman were
I'm-
all within that.
Rare,
like, same
yeah, see, because
category.
Rare had the same thing happen to them, where they had these iconic characters and they just dropped them.
they just were like, we're just not going to do this anymore. If it was just purely...
It could have just been that they saw the market was moving in a different direction, and so they just, like, ahead of time, they dropped them.
Instead of what they do now, where they're like, we know that the market doesn't want us to change, but we're gonna, or wants us to change, but we're gonna keep doing exactly what we do.
FromSoft, baby, and they make it work because they're bold and brave, and an actually good company.
And then every other company that puts in a check-in daily, make sure you get your login rewards, come back, look tomorrow, gotta get that upgrade for the next piece of thing to do 2 more damage. Come on, baby, free update, free update!
No one in the world asked for a new mech game, and then they fucking made it anyway because they wanted to.
And it was good. And
it was good.
People bought it and played it. They don't miss.
It's great.
More companies need to be like FromSoft.
Yeah, they're probably the best video game company.
Let's focus on
right now,
quality
yeah,
over quantity.
I agree.
Stop making a 2K game every single year.
Yeah,
let those developers work on something else. Like,
you're
wasting so much talent.
Like, the most, like, what Call of Duty has right now is like the most soulless, like, fucking production line, push them out type model.
No, Pokemon. They have
Pokemon.
They have 3 different companies working on Call of Duty simultaneously. That each
Pokemon is the worst example.
That they release a game every year.
Yeah.
They have
3
fucking teams
think about the difference too in quality as well, because Cyberpunk was like 10 years in production. So was Elden Ring.
Still sucked.
So was Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Halo Infinite was also like 8 years, 10 years in production. So was Elden Ring. and the way Elden Ring stacks up against both of those games, there's no contest.
And part of that is like,
I think what's funnier actually, I'm pretty sure it wasn't even 10 years. I think it was like 7. Like they started at
Elden Ring.
They started after Dark Souls 3.
Yeah. I am curious. How long did it take them to make Elden Ring?
That is so funny. Because like Cyberpunk was dog shit on release, so was Halo Infinite, and still is. Still is. That game is balls.
Battlefield 2047.
Yep.
I heard Starfield was mixed. Not a disaster.
Yeah,
mixed.
It's just a Bethesda game, but in space.
Yeah, I hear you can't even like actually travel to the planet.
No, you can't.
Fast travel.
No, it just is like a fast travel.
Fast travel.
What the like what?
But you can fly around in the area around the space.
Yeah, people were making comparisons to No Man's Sky. I'm like how No Man's Sky has become like the fucking standard for these types of games now.
Yeah, it really is.
People were shitting
No Man's
on No
Sky
Man's
is fantastic
Sky.
now. When that game when that game came out, it wasn't that long in development as these other games, but the developer promised all these things that weren't really in the game. But now they are, is the funny thing.
Yeah.
Games have actually been fixed.
Had a super empathetic take on that whole thing.
Yeah. Well, because you think about the ambition for the time that game came out.
I can give you a timeline for Elden Ring. Production of the game began in early 2017.
Oh, what?
5 years.
5 years?
Yep. So, there you go.
No other developer has any excuse for anything that they do. Any excuse.
No excuse.
There just is no excuse for any other game released ever.
At the same time.
Yeah, dude, this is fucking hilarious.
That is insane.
That was also good. And they were making Sekiro at the same time. And
holy shit.
Yeah.
They in the wiki, the best production studio in existence.
Yeah, they talk about this in the wiki. From Software simultaneously developed Elden Ring and Sekiro at the same time, using a co-director structure in which each of the games had a staff member acting as a director through its first stages of development. So they had 2 different directors from 2 different games working on both of the games.
And they were both incredible.
Yeah.
They were both amazing.
Holy shit.
Sekiro is an extremely polished game. Like, you guys haven't played it, but it's really good.
Miyazaki, the Sekiro guy, the one who did Sekiro, did the direction for the mechanics, art, and music. What in the world? And then the design team focused on environment scale, the actual role-playing elements, and storytelling. So they split... Oh, that's smart. Wow.
Yeah, that's what Elden Ring kind of did, too. They had, like, 2 different people.
No, this is the Elden Ring team.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So the director of Sekiro... Sekiro did that part specifically. He did the mechanics, the art, and the music. And then the rest of the team focused primarily on the environment, role-playing, and storytelling stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. I think that's a great way to split that. Make your mechanics okay in like a very specific group, and let your world be built around separately. Don't try to split your team up into doing both.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. If your mechanics are bad, your game's bad.
You have to have a specific direction with your mechanics. If the team's not on the same exact idea with mechanics, I think it'll fuck it up. Like,
yeah, no, that makes sense.
yeah,
It clearly fucking works. So like,
no other games in the time.
And if that information is out there, what are these other game? Like, we were able to find that information. What are these other game development companies doing?
I said that no game developer in existence has any excuse for anything at this point.
Yeah, 5 years.
So stupid.
Yeah.
So stupid.
For one of the greatest gaming masterpieces ever released in history.
JJ, it will take you at least 70 hours to beat it.
Yeah,
and that's
probably
fine.
longer.
I mean, it will be longer because I won't just go straight through the story. Like anytime there is an open world game, I just do everything as much as
I think my
possible.
first playthrough was like 120 something hours.
I didn't
like the same thing happened
part.
with Nier. I did as much as possible because I was getting pissed off with Nier because I was like, but I have quests I need to finish still. Like I didn't fully grasp what they were going to carry over to the next storyline.
Oh,
like
really?
I was like, I have quests that I got to finish still. Like there's still more things I need to do. I can't just go to the ending. So I was trying to figure out how to get to the end of those quests without finishing my playthrough because I was like, but I'm not done.
Yeah, I avoid the completionist like route because I just get bored if I like play it for too long.
It's certain game. It has to be a game I'm really bought into. Like
It's fair.
Breath
I
of the
never
Wild
burnt
and
out
Tears
on
of the
Elden Ring while
Kingdom.
playing that, and that's rare for me these days.
So
Yeah, no, that game was fucking good. I mean, that's all there is to say about it.
yeah.
Yep.
Celeste has got me again right now. That's where I'm at. That's my my hard game. That game, because I'm still trying to do all the B-sides, so when I get to the last level and I get to that secret barrier at the end, I can just walk straight through and not have to worry. But fuck me, it's hard. I have 9,000 deaths in the game.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
But yep, I mean, it's a 2D platformer, so like, you die somewhat easily. Like, I've gotten close to 1,000 deaths on a single level before, so... But I would 100% recommend it. It's a skill challenge. It's another one of those games that when you fuck up, you're like, well, that's just me.
Is it the one with that guy? Yeah. We need to play Pogo Stuck.
Oh, yeah, we do gotta play that one.
You say the one with that guy? What? No, it's a girl.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a girl?
Yeah, it's 2D pixel art. You're climbing a mountain.
You like dash through the air and it's...
Yeah, you got a redhead.
Like Jump King?
Not at all.
No, because you can actually jump and then you have a separate dash. A directional
I played
dash.
Jump King, by the way. That game sucks.
It's hard. It's like it's hard in like a really annoying way.
Yeah.
I didn't play that because I don't think it would be fun.
Feels kind of.
You're right. It isn't.
It's not as fun.
It's not even like
fun.
challenging fun. It just doesn't look fun like to me.
Yeah, that too.
It just reminds me of that one fucking clip from like E3 where what was that guy's name? Mizkif was like, "Oh, I played platformers since I was a kid."
Oh yeah, my favorite one is Jump King.
Jump King and
oh my god,
other platformers.
Oh my god. Gamers are getting embarrassing to just like think about now.
Yeah, but then on the same side, you also have people like Moist Critical.
Moist Critical plays fucking every game in existence.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what I mean.
Like,
then
he's an actual gamer.
Yeah, that's what I mean. On the other side, you have like Moist Criticals and Ludwigs, like the people that are actually like good at games too.
Yeah.
So
that's where I found out about Pogo Stuck. Ludwig tortured
or like
himself
every
with that
single
shit.
speedrunner in the world.
Dude, it took so you know how it took us like
Simple
6
flips.
hours to beat getting over it?
Yeah.
It took Ludwig, who's like a pretty good gamer.
I've seen his video.
It took him
Shout out
like
to Simple
70
Flips.
hours to beat it.
I've seen his video.
Can we get a quick shout out to Simple Flips?
Who is that?
Shout out to Simple Flips. I just want a quick shout out to Simple Flips.
Can we get a quick shout
shout
out
to
from
Simple Flips?
Ludwig? Can Ludwig give us a shout out real quick?
Can we get a quick shout out from Ludwig?
This is like
Hey, yo,
fucking
Lud, give
Eric,
us a shout.
This is like an Eric Andre show bit. It's just like, hey, quick shout out to Christina Applegate.
Christina Applegate. Love that. Love that.
He clipped out on that audio.
I heard that.
I heard the whine and it faded out. I
What's
couldn't
the
hear
fucking,
full thing.
guy that's just...
Because I was clapping.
Yes!
What happened there? That didn't pick up.
I didn't hear him at all.
Oh, you'll hear in the thing. I said the yes.
Okay.
The yes guy in the audience.
Yes!
Oh,
Yes!
Yes!
That.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Oh.
Unlimited power.
You know, who has unlimited power? Goku. Kirk, what's your least favorite anime show?
Oh, I should have
forgot
prepared
this
an
was the
answer because
section.
I forgot. Fuck.
Gurren Lagann.
I'm live. There's a fucking mosquito here. You know.
He's live.
He's live. We're live.
And there's a mosquito in there. Get out
There
of
it
here.
is.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Least favorite anime, probably Bucky. If we're talking like
Really?
yeah, if we're talking like actual quality and like how shit it is, yes, that is the
Well, you can't
worst
say that
anime
'cause-
I've ever seen.
Because 7 Deadly Sins exists. You can't say that.
I haven't actually seen that.
Oh,
I
well,
haven't
that
actually
would be
seen-
it if you did.
I did. I saw a clip from the fucking 3rd season on 7 Deadly Sins, dude. The iconic, whatever his fucking name is. What's that guy's name?
Meliodas?
Yeah, Meliodas versus versus what's his name? Fuck.
Oh, you're talking about
the buff guy with the mustache.
Escanor.
Yes, Escanor. Yeah, that's the worst shit I've seen.
My man. Escanor is probably the best character of any anime, though, to be honest.
Just all anime.
Yeah,
It's
he's
just
a
that
Giga
show
Chad,
is
but he-
fucking horrible.
Here's the thing. Trevor's gonna fucking love Baki, the newest season of Baki. It's
So
so
I
bad.
guess
It's
that's-
hilarious.
I guess that's your answer, Trevor. Is 7 Deadly Sins.
7 Deadly Sins, that's my answer for sure. That show
Fuck.
sucks dick.
Yeah, Baki's
It is
enjoyable,
horrible.
like, watching with friends. It's a good time, just because it's so fucking bad.
You just laugh at it. Yeah.
Yeah, you just laugh at it. I'm pretty sure the author fucking knows it, too. We talked about this. The author
Yeah.
seems like he can actually write good stories.
you and I talked about this because he's got other series that are like pretty good, and then
Self-aware author.
there's this. Yeah, he's like, which is so weird because he knows human anatomy fairly well,
Yeah.
but he
Ugh.
overdoes it,
Yeah, no
and
thanks.
it's so great.
Let's not get into the body horror part, because
I love it.
we were fucking driving, and I got lightheaded just thinking about that shit. Like, that
Really?
shit makes me
What?
so... I'm squeamish, dude. That shit makes me uncomfortable.
You want to know what my current
Fair.
opinion on worst show is? Fucking My Hero Academia.
You actually think that's the worst now? Like, you fully
Currently,
graduated?
like
You
my
graduated?
yeah,
I
don't know,
can't
dude.
even
went
say
back-
because I stopped watching.
I went back and I read another chapter and I was like, ah! I
It's
stopped
dumb.
reading again.
It's dumb, but, like, Dragon Ball and Naruto also exist out there, and they have this, like... Those are no dumber than... or
Yes.
Those are no better than My Hero Academia. So it's
See,
like,
but
well-
my argument there is Naruto and Dragon Ball are a part of the front runners of this entire industry.
yeah,
So
like
they
My
get the
Hero Academia
excuse.
should... Yeah,
My Hero
should have learned by
Academia
now.
is decades into the industry.
I think what pisses me off so much about that shit is because it started out as like something that would kind of separate from that, you know?
Yeah,
we
and it was like
graduate from all
decent
those
for a little
tropes.
bit.
Well,
It,
I
like,
can't really
did
say
it.
that about Naruto either, because then they made Shippuden like way later, and the ending of that is one of the worst of any anime there has ever been ever. It
Now there's
fucking
Boruto.
sucks, and I haven't watched it, and I'm not going to.
Neither have I.
Dude, why did you
I still
watch-
haven't made any
like,
progress in Naruto though, so.
He fucking has this ability to push through shit that he hates. I don't understand.
I know. I did watch the
What?
whole thing.
That
but-
doesn't make any sense. What the fuck does that mean? He
no,
can push
me-
through things he
me-
hates.
He's talking about
Oh.
me watching anime.
Oh.
I'll still watch the
Yeah.
whole thing, even if
I thought you were saying
fucking
this is like a
hate it.
Naruto power. I was about to be so
That's
like,
my
what the
Naruto
fuck?
One of my coworkers watches anime and he's just like, Naruto is the best anime ever made.
I have several coworkers like that, and they all have trash
Well,
opinions.
and you can't even say that about the first, like before Shippuden, because the first half of the first Naruto show was good. The second half of like 5 seasons was filler. The whole thing. It was horrible.
I made one of my
And you watched
coworkers.
everything? You watched
And I
every
did,
second
yeah, I
of it?
did watch all of it. It
Yeah.
was not good.
I made one of my coworkers like super
I had to
uncomfortable
make
last week.
sure that I hated it.
Yeah,
I
made one of my coworkers. yeah, yeah, yeah. One of my coworkers said that Naruto was a good show to me, and I told him to defend it, and then I wouldn't let him back down when he wouldn't defend it. I said, "No, defend your opinion." And I yelled at him for like maybe 10 minutes like that, and he eventually went over to the manager and was like, I don't know how to defend this. Can you help me?" And he looked at him and he said, "Naruto's bad. I like it, but Naruto is bad."
I got to stop for a
Not
second.
true. So
I'll
I would
be
say the
back in
first
30
half of
seconds.
Naruto and the first half of
He-
Naruto
uh,
Shippuden are good.
I mean, we were referencing Shippuden specifically, and like
Oh.
late game Shippuden,
It
because I
sucks.
was like, if you're gonna defend Naruto, defend Naruto. Don't just tell me it's good. Like, you can't just say a show is good. Tell me what you like about it.
Now,
Pain how this works.
Pain was a good arc in Villain, which was late Shippuden. The rest of it sucked.
Support that, right? Like, say that. Just say, hey, I liked Pain a lot. All right, cool. That's enough for me to be like, cool.
And here's the difference. I am saying Shippuden sucked. Because it did. To me, anything that ends like shit like that, especially if it's ending like shit for a whole season that I have to watch, yeah, it sucked.
Yeah, the thing about my coworker, though, is he has good opinions, too. It's just, like, that one, you know?
That's his worst opinion?
I mean,
everyone has
that's
that
my
one
Dragon
show.
Ball.
Yeah, everyone has that one show that they like that everyone else is just like, why?
Do I have that?
Yeah.
What's mine?
Probably.
Kirk, do you even have that? Do you even have a show that you like that people would say why?
I like that one with,
because JJ's is Baki.
No, Dragon Ball.
No, but tons of people love Dragon Ball, though. But we don't, and you don't say it's one of the best animes ever either. That's
I also don't say that about Baki. I don't say that about any of those shows. I'm aware what they are.
People didn't like Darling in the Franxx, and I liked that show.
Okay.
I haven't watched it.
I've read 2 chapters, and I did not get invested into those 2 chapters. So
I watched it in college. One of my friends showed me it, and I was like, okay. And then I like watched the rest of it. I'm like, this is actually like pretty solid. Like it has a pretty good, it has a pretty wholesome story. And I think people just shit on it because 02 is like fucking like the most looted character in the world.
You know,
they just assume that they hate it.
That is a thing. Like a franchise can get a like hate on it just because the community sexualizes their own character too much.
I mean, the show doesn't really.
My Hero Academia
doesn't make any do any favors with that. They sexualize her.
Oh well, I mean, it's an anime.
It's asking for it.
Oh, fair.
It is an anime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lots of fan service is what you're saying.
It's really not that bad compared to like My Hero Academia.
My Hero Academia.
Fair.
Yeah.
Hard to get worse than that.
Which is, by the way, children in school. Yeah.
Because, by the way, Twitter, they're children. By the way, Twitter, they're children.
In school. And they're still in school, too. Like,
they're in school.
You can see it. There's no excuse for you didn't know they weren't. The entire show is about how they're in school.
Literally academia, literally high school. Like, they're in school.
And it's his school. It says it in the title as well. My hero school. Like.
What's especially creepy? There was that one, like, Midnight. Remember her? She was like that fucking like.
Yeah, she was super horny. Yeah.
And she was like horny for the kids. It's like no.
Yeah. Well,
stop.
she was horny for everything. Was her thing. Like.
Yeah, but like, their kids
like,
still.
There's
just
a cutoff
as bad.
somewhere there. At least there should be.
She was like, this young passion, it makes me moist.
Literally, like that's not even exaggerate. Yes.
I mean, it was probably pretty close to exactly that. Like,
well, she was just
I think I zoned out for half the show.
Smart.
It's
not good.
Well,
maybe that's why my power exists.
She was a thing for like one arc, and then she never existed again. That's another thing that like My Hero Academia does. They don't develop.
Well, they introduce so many characters,
and then they're just gone.
They keep introducing them, and then just like fucking recycle them. Like that's it.
And they'll bring them back every now and again and be like,
you remember that whale guy?
But you know what other show does that too? One Piece does that, where they'll bring characters back from the past, but every character they do had a whole ass arc to themselves, and their character had been developed.
And also, whenever they come back, they're useful.
One Piece has the time to do that.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Has
been going on for over 1,000 episodes, so yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but that's different. That's different.
Well, that's because Oda is a freak, and everyone else is not nearly as prolific as him.
Yeah.
How does he do it?
Don't know. No idea. No one could ever know, truly.
Ultra autism.
Yeah,
it's probably that, to be honest. It probably is that.
It's just a hyper obsession.
It is his specific brand of autism. That's all it is.
Yeah. That is the thing.
What's crazy, too, is like for how much people trash on his art, he makes other stuff, and it's genuinely phenomenal art. And even his more recent
It's just the style
comics,
of One Piece. Like,
even his more recent
One Piece looks fine.
Yeah.
Like, at least it stands out. All this fucking shit looks the exact same.
True.
Bro, everybody does that really intense hardline black shit now. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, everybody does that.
Well, you know, like, and that was why Attack on Titan kind of blew up when it came out, because it was a new and gorgeous style.
Yeah.
Now everyone does it.
And now everyone does it.
They all look like that now.
Yeah. I think that's probably why Demon Slayer popped off, too, because they had that weird hardline style.
And because they just had good animation moments.
Pretty.
Like, that was it.
That's it. It was pretty.
Yeah. Otherwise, that show is not very good. And I haven't watched the new, what's the fucking other super popular show right now? Kacheku Kaisen, whatever.
Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
season
boring.
2's out, and I haven't watched.
I have no
it.
interest.
I have mad spoilers from the manga right now. Oh.
Well, I kind of got spoiled a little bit on what happens later. I'm like, yeah, I'm not watching this because it goes in a
Oh.
direction. It goes in a direction that just I just think was like kind of like a wasted potential. You know?
Vinland Saga.
Oh, okay. So
Vinland Saga.
I can tell you something important about the Berserk thing, which is the announcement yesterday was that you can currently read every single Berserk issue for free on their website. So
Ooh.
Oh, so
super
I've
useful
already been
considering I've
reading
read it
this.
all for free illegally.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Doesn't change anything.
So,
You're
so
not.
Kurt, if
don't
you want to
feel
go
guilt
read it
anymore.
legitimately, you can.
You don't feel guilt anymore.
No.
Yeah.
My power.
Except I'm completely
Guilt is
caught
gone.
up, so why would I go read it?
Who am I even paying though? I'm not paying fucking Murata. That's for sure.
I've been reading because my brother has all the hardcovers,
Yeah.
and they have like the full cover art on them, and it's so fucking good.
That's great.
Totally
I
different
love
reading
the
it out of the
cover art.
books.
Mira.
It's incredible.
not Murata. Mira. I was like,
Yeah. I
another
mean,
F
his
name.
best friend's the one who's doing it now. Like, he's the one who picked it up. So
And there hasn't been a chapter in how many months? Like 5.
the chapter just came out this past week.
Oh, okay. I stand
Yeah.
corrected.
In fact, there's been 2 chapters in the past 3 months.
That's actually pretty impressive for Berserk.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they're bringing it back. Like, they just finally got production rolling enough that they can do it. So
I'm back, baby.
Everyone
I'm
was hoping
thinking
the
I'm
announcement
back.
would be an anime, though. Let's be real.
yeah, but I'm okay that they don't for now.
Yeah,
Like,
that
let
was
me.
a missed opportunity.
Maybe if they finish it, then we.
If
can
they,
get
that's
anime.
exactly what I'm saying. If they finish it, and it does end well, which
It won't. It's
supposedly,
Berserk. It just on a concept, it can't.
right?
Well,
Supposedly the guy knows
Like,
the
well
actual
written, I
ending.
think he was what it means.
Well, it will be well
Yeah.
written. It won't end
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
No.
Well, yeah. Just a well-written ending, which apparently supposedly the guy knows the full story. He knows where it should end.
Good.
Like, so if it ends well, then yeah, make an anime.
That's always my worry
Let's
with
wait
One
though.
Piece.
Let's wait
because
though.
It's
Like,
been going on for so long, and people are so invested in it. I'm like, what if something ever happened to Oda? And it's like, so it's the
yeah.
conflict between like, I want him to finish it so it'll be finished, and I never
Yeah.
want it to end because it's One Piece.
yes.
That's that forever
That is
conflict.
that is the like fucking issue with One Piece. Is like this is so good. I don't want it to end, but goddamn,
So,
let me know
yeah,
what the ending
It's
is.
just temper your expectations a little bit. Like, because I was like, there's no way Attack on Titan can't end like shit. Like, it has been incredible up to this
And then it
point,
did.
and then it ended like shit. So temper your expectations.
Even the end of
Don't
like,
get hurt like me.
whatever special season they just did was shit. I was like, okay, well, yeah.
Well, I just read the manga and I got caught up in the story, and it's just like, I'm not gonna watch the anime. I already know what happens. And like, in
Well, the
the
anime's
studio
so
that
good.
they're doing it,
That's me.
But the anime's so good though.
it's not as
Sometimes
good
I watch
now.
important moments. Otherwise, I just read.
Dude, JJ, you haven't caught up on the One Piece anime, and
No.
oh my god, it
People
most
were
recently
hyping
with
up this newer episode. Yeah, with the Kaido fight.
some of the best animation
Gear
I've ever
5.
seen in anime. Period.
Yeah.
Ever.
Oh, with Gear
I mean, this
5,
whole season's been
I've
that
seen
way.
it.
Yeah.
That
I've
broke
been
the internet.
I've been heard that, so
Oh.
I'll probably eventually watch the highlights on YouTube or something.
It
but
broke the internet. I know
Yeah.
that. I've saw it everywhere when that
Yeah.
shit came out.
Yep.
I didn't.
Good.
It reminds me of
I
like
guess.
the. Are y'all
'Cause
familiar
I'm
with
not
like
on the right part of the internet. I guess.
the Drake, the type of guy memes?
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah.
that
that.
reminded me of those types of memes. Because I didn't watch the clip, I was just curious and was just like, okay. And then it's just like Drake, the type of guy to like when he runs away, it makes the Scooby Doo sound.
Didn't they actually get like Warner Brother animators for some of the thing?
Well, they made those types of noises, like where.
Well, no, I think they actually got Warner Brother like.
Oh, to
animators
animate
on
in
staff
One
for a
Piece?
few, yeah, like
Yeah.
for a few of the
Oh,
episodes.
wow.
I
Which
think.
makes sense because the
Yeah.
animation was fucking amazing. It was. I mean, it
So-
is. It's American style animation, and that's his whole like deal. It's
Fucking
incredible.
American anime has become a thing. Are you guys recognizing this as
No.
well? Like, because
a little bit, yeah.
No.
I mean,
a little
like,
bit.
They're just
I mean,
bringing back
it's
cartoons
growing.
with like a more serious style
Yeah.
that doesn't look like shit,
Yeah.
like Big Mouth.
But they're using.
Thank you, Popeye,
which
for
I'm
giving
okay
us
with.
American animation for fights and everything. Thank you, Popeye. Popeye, the grandfather of American anime.
Just Warner Bros. In general.
Oh,
Yeah, honestly.
Have you seen the trailer for the new Castlevania series
No,
or a season?
no.
Because it's a continuation of the Castlevania anime from Netflix. So
I saw one episode of that.
that's a great series. You should watch the rest.
I do need to watch that. I never
it's a-
finished the first part that I was on,
I told my Italian friend about it one night,
but I don't have
I have
Netflix.
a problem.
she watched all 3 seasons in one night.
Kurt does have
That's
a
not
problem.
possible. I don't think there's enough time in one night for
She didn't
3
sleep.
seasons.
She didn't sleep.
Kirk has the opposite power of mine, where he'll start on a show that's like pretty good and then not finish
Never
it.
finished. Yeah.
I have a real problem. My
is a
attention span
problem.
is so short.
Yeah.
It's because it's the pilot episodes, man. They
Something
don't do
just
it.
has to be
like,
incredible to keep my attention. Like,
Yeah.
if it doesn't, then I'm just
It's a
like,
problem.
I can't watch this.
It's a problem.
Also,
Or
like
it's just like,
pilot,
oh, I'm
pilot
just gonna go-
episodes really are shit,
Or
man.
most of the time, it's just like, I'll just finish the manga, you know, like instead of watching the anime.
Which is a very valid way to do it.
Yeah,
That's what I do.
I just don't have the.
Or I just don't
attention
watch
to
the anime.
Because you guys just don't have
Just
patience.
I don't.
I have patience.
I don't, man.
I do have patience.
least
I
Kirk
just
is
don't want
willing
to
to
watch
admit it.
something. I have patience. I just don't want to watch something. That's it.
JJ's coping.
Trevor, I have 350 hours into
Coping-
a
coping
single
badly.
fucking game. I've got patience.
Huff that hopium.
Just because I don't want to watch something doesn't mean I don't have patience.
Cringe. It's alright, we'll move on. Wait, did you say your favorite and least favorite animes?
Nah.
Wait, no, we didn't even say a favorite, did we? We just said
Favorite's
least favorite.
probably
and then we
Attack on
didn't
Titan.
move on.
Or Made in
it is for you?
Abyss.
Made in Abyss.
Made in Abyss is
Yeah.
really
We talk about that
fucking
a
good,
lot.
the anime.
Yeah.
Really good.
Probably Made in Abyss.
Still One Piece for me, though.
Talk about it a lot, so.
Still One Piece.
Can I
JJ?
say just season 1 of Megalobox, not season 2?
That's your favorite anime? Yeah, I agree.
Probably
Season two is,
just season 1.
Just season
Yeah.
one.
Season 2 was meh. It wasn't like terrible. It,
wasn't
just
bad.
wasn't good.
It wasn't season
Yeah.
1.
Yeah, season 1 was good, but season 2 was just like eh. So season 1 Megalobox.
I like the way season 2 ended, I will say.
Yeah,
It's just
season
the
2 had a
rest of
good
it
ending.
wasn't as good.
I'll probably still incorporate because I'm gonna get a tattoo probably with some kind of Megalobox something. Because I don't give.
I
want to
get a pseudo Megalobox and it's Luffy with an afro.
Yo!
awesome.
I was just gonna do like one of his
My,
boxing gloves and the bird.
My same like work friend that I talk anime with. He started calling me Luffy because I'm like the hero of the plant. Like I saved the day. That's what he said.
Damn!
Yeah.
Nice.
High level curve.
Yo, protagonist moment, bro.
I just turned to him like, that's the best compliment everyone has ever given me.
He's gotta start calling you Shonen.
You're like,
He's
damn,
like,
I
"All right."
haven't even
He's
watched
just like-
that.
He's just like, all right, Luffy, you got this. I'm just like, thanks, bro.
And then you just yell back, "I'm gonna be king of the chemical plant."
No.
And someday I'm gonna be king of the foam.
I make foam.
Hi, my name is Kirk.
He
I'm gonna
makes
be king of the foam.
He makes foam.
It's part,
He
it's
makes
part of my
foam.
lore. Like,
That's
if I had a
it.
He makes
quirk
foam.
and My Hero Academia, I'd spew Poly out of one hand and ISO out of the other, mix the two, and make foam.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's his surface
foam
level
knowledge
lore.
for
Well,
you.
if he
Yeah.
ever comes back out of the basement, we'll get into his deep lore. Maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe.
Like
It depends on
deep
how
in
much
which
information we're
orifice?
going to reveal. We can't do too much because again, world catastrophe level event. But you know that's
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
gotta
mean,
be careful on that.
yeah.
We can
So that
divulge
is just
in this
normal.
one though. I spent more time with the entity than you guys have.
True.
That's true. That's
He's
true.
way more
We-
familiar with it.
Yeah, we can divulge a little bit here. So when you say deep into the lore, deep in which orifice? The anus? The mouth?
The Lorifice.
Yeah.
An orifice completely unique to the entity. The Lorifice.
But
we'll probably get into that in
It
season
looks
3,
like
I
the
think.
lore
Yeah,
axe.
it's like a black hole. Like you can only go further towards the lorifice. You can't go like time and space switch
It
directions.
warps. Yeah.
Yeah, everything warps around the Lorifice.
So like the lorifice is not ahead of you.
It
It's
exists
in your
outside.
future. No, it's in your future.
That's why anything and everything we
Just
say
always
on this
in your future?
podcast can and
Yeah.
should be taken as fact. Everything that
Yeah.
we say.
Mm, yes.
Everything.
Because it just hasn't happened yet. It's in the future.
I love salad, and you should take that as fact.
That's not fact. I can confirm that.
Well, the Lorifice would say otherwise.
Yeah, I'd like to retaliate to that information.
Yeah, you know what? You want to go back to CC's? We can bring Eric's dad out.
Cringe.
Cringe.
He'll buy you a salad
Cringe.
at
Cringe.
CC's.
CC salad is not like the fucking arbiter of health.
CC salad is lettuce that has been sitting under a fucking heat lamp for 10 hours. Like,
Yeah.
Soggy, and it's just like, what are you gonna put on it? Caesar dressing, which already on its own has like 100 calories.
And then we go there and be like, I'm buying my CC's. He's like, no, you're not. and he's like already up there before I am, so he pays for it, and I'm like, fuck you. Like, what do you?
You could have still just paid for it, and then he would have just paid for an extra one.
That
That would have been the most intense fuck you moment.
I'm just not that kind of person. I'm just not that kind of person.
That would have caused a problem in his eyes, I'm sure. Like, that would have not gone over well. But I think that would have been funny, so we should go back and retroactively do that.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a little bit I'm gonna get like 3 inches closer to the Lorifice and see if I can change that.
That's all you can go, though. You can't go any further away. You'll forever be within 3
Well, I'm
inches
following
or
you,
less.
because, I'm following your lead on it, 'cause
you!
you're much more in tune with the Lorifice than I am.
Yeah, how much distance would he need to move to be able to, like, make this work?
Well, there's the event horizon of the Lorifice. I'm not going to get close enough to determine what that is.
Oh, that's a very good point.
He knows the safe range, though. Like, the approximate safe range.
I mean, I've been within, like, 4 feet of it.
Oh!
And
Trevor, how far do you think you are right now?
Yeah, from the Lorifice.
I'm upstairs right now, so...
that's a good point.
This is the furthest from the Lorifice I've ever been. Just saying.
Do you feel like it's having any negative effects on you?
What?
Does it have any negative effects on you being away from the Lorifice?
I will never recover mentally or physically.
This is taking years off of his life right now.
Yeah.
Yes. We just got to get him back
Got
down
the
in the
Death
basement
Note eyes,
eventually.
dude.
Like,
my lifespan has been halved.
I finally learned that there was another person who had the Death Note. It was in like a side story, like an official side story.
No,
another guy got it.
That was the case in the show too. There were multiple people that had the Death Note. Yeah.
He tried to sell it.
No, Misa had one.
Did he try to sell it? There was one that tried to sell it.
I don't remember.
I know that like in a side story, like a canon side story, there was one guy that he was like, I'm gonna sell the Death Note, and then he died.
I stopped watching after L died because I was like, all right, that's the peak of the show. I'm not going any further.
By the way, we should probably start moving towards the...
What are you talking about?
Okay, no, that's... Yeah, right. Sorry.
The Lorifice? No.
No. Alright, we can move on towards the end this next part here,
I want to give Dre some mercy and maybe try to stop him before 2 hours.
What are you talking? That's not happening.
Okay,
that's 15 minutes.
Never mind,
15 minutes.
I'm sorry. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry.
It's just not happening.
How many topics do we have? We have like 3 more topics.
Like 3.
Sorry.
We have 3 technically.
Okay.
All right.
Dude,
so
Joe Rogan's podcasts are like 2 hours 45 minutes. Come on.
True.
Well, we're not Joe.
Dre needs to step up his game. True.
Honestly, yeah. What do you even need to edit on a podcast? Honestly, like
he's the only person that does, and I respect him for that.
Things.
That's a very valid and fair point. But I'm going to
cut out the awkward pauses and shit. Like that's it, basically.
Which he does do a pretty good job.
All right, so we are going to start a new game. JJ's introducing a game to the podcast series. Wow, what game series is promotional image advertising or whatever the fuck we figured out? That was a better name. I don't remember. So basically, what's going to happen, I'm going to send a cropped part of a promotional image for a video game into this Discord. I'm going to give you 4 options. Actually, this first one I'm just going to give you. You'll be able to give this. But if it's hard enough, I'll give you 4 options, which one of them definitely is.
What's it called, JJ? What's the segment called?
What's that image coming out of JJ's hand?
What's that image coming out of JJ's laptop? What's that promotional image coming out of JJ's laptop?
What's that promotional image coming out of JJ's laptop sound like?
Yep. Look like? Feel like?
Sound like?
What does it feel like?
Alright, so this right here, I'm sending it now, is the first image.
Okay.
Oh.
What game series is this from? This one's just easy. This is kind of like a trial run, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Kirk, don't say it out loud. Next time, type it into this chat, and I will tell you to 3, 2, 1, go and send it.
Oh, well, we know that. My competing.
I know. I'm just saying for the next one.
Yep. For the next one, we'll do it at the same time.
The next one, so that's pretty easy. You guys got that. Pretty simple, right? This next one still should be pretty easy.
It was Super Smash Bros.
Relatively
Super
easy.
Smash Bros.
Oh.
We knew that. Oh.
So go ahead and type in your answer into the Discord.
No, fuck! Don't look, Trevor.
Kirk, I have put 180 hours in this game.
Alright. So, again, that was just to set it up and make it easy.
Okay.
Good luck with this one.
Oh god, Brett's typing.
Now.
Brett's
Alright.
I need to make a private typing channel here somewhere.
Honestly, yeah. No, ban him. Kick him out of the Discord.
Brett. I want to see what he
No.
says. I want to see what he says.
It's gonna be some fucking.
He's coming on at some. He's coming out of the basement at some point, so we have to have a little
That
free
is
demo.
true.
Oh, Super
This is,
Sumper Bras
Oh
ultimatum.
god, could you imagine a podcast with Brad? That'd be crazy.
Nice.
I think it'd be great.
Dude, that would be
That'd be
so
good.
fucked.
right.
I'm excited for it.
The concept there was really easy, and those two were pretty easy. This one, you'll either get it right away because you'll recognize the one part, or you won't be able to figure it out. So, good luck with this.
Oh, I know this one. All right, Kirk, you
go
ready?
ahead and type it in. Kirk, do you
Yeah.
have any ideas?
Yeah.
3,
All right.
2, 1, send.
Oh, you fucking both knew it. Yeah, how do you
It's the
both know that
advertisement
one?
from France.
Yeah, this one right here.
Yep.
What the fuck?
So
That's how they advertise it in France.
that's the Rayman 3 advertisement.
Yep.
Okay, that actually
So-
makes sense. For
Yep.
Rayman 3, that actually makes sense.
Yep.
So
Does his dick like?
Dude, I
float
bet it's
off of his
detachable.
body?
I bet it's detachable.
No, it floats off his body like his other limbs do.
That's why the hoodie wraps all the way around down there. Otherwise, it would just be flopping free in the
So
wind.
that was you guys had those all. I went for a game series that you guys all knew, or that you both knew, because I was like, this is a new segment, so I don't know how hard or easy this is gonna be.
That's
So
it.
I was like,
That's
You
all
could
of
probably
it?
do a
Yeah,
little
that's
bit
all I
more
had.
on the Zoom, I think.
Yeah, I didn't know how much. Brett.
Brett.
No.
Brett,
No.
you can't come in here right now.
Brett.
We're doing a podcast.
What's up, Brett?
Server mute him.
What's up, Brett?
I mean, we
Brett.
can't hear his audio though if
Yeah,
we
it's
talk to
true.
him. Brett, you need to leave.
I love you, Brett.
Love you.
I kicked him.
He wasn't supposed to leave the basement. It was just
Yeah.
supposed to be
now,
me.
yeah, now
Yeah.
there's going to be some sort of
shouldn't-
something got deleted.
Fuck!
No,
No,
they're
the
not going to know
entity's
what.
gonna get
Aw,
pissed,
man.
dude.
Guys, what did we
Yeah.
forget? What did we forget?
Something. What did we forget? What did we forget?
Yeah.
Something's gone.
Ah, fuck.
Something's gone forever.
I don't know.
Something's gone.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
Dude, my
Right.
fucking
In-
dick is gone. I'm just kidding.
Concept of penis is gone.
I can't say it anymore.
No, we can't. We'll never know.
So,
Uh,
penis, goodbye.
Yeah, I think it was a good one.
Nice. Yeah, so okay, we learned
That's-
some things. I'll do some more. I can figure out how to
Yeah,
do that better.
I like
yeah, you
that.
gotta get that harder.
Good trial run.
Needs to
Good
be
trial
harder,
run.
like my dick.
Good try run. All right. So that's that. That's a new segment.
Kirk, you
It'll
wouldn't
be
know
better
that
next
concept
time.
is gone.
Very simple. Anyways, so next we're gonna go to the actual question things. Kirk, this one I will give you multiple choice for the answers. So first question: in Nier Automata, what is the max total HP?
Oh gosh,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Is it
I don't actually know.
16,245? Is it 17,300? Is it 18,114? Or is it 20,202?
This just feels like a Nier Automata answer, so I'm putting this one.
Alright.
Kirk,
Give me a
let me know when
second.
you're ready.
Okay.
I'm just
Kirk's
trying to
thinking.
think. I'm literally just fucking guessing. I don't know.
Me too.
All right.
Alright. You both have your answers?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, send!
Oh, I bet Kirk was
And-
right.
Kirk got it right.
Yeah,
8,114
No fucking
is
way.
the max total HP. 2,202 is the one I put in there because I was like, this sounds like a Nier Automata.
That's why I
answer.
put it.
I was like, I could.
I
my
chose
first
the most
thought was
weird sounding answer.
my first thought was
And that's why I avoided it, because I
10101.
wanted to be different than you.
Damn.
So I avoided that one deliberately.
Damn.
10101 would have been perfect, but every single other one was too high up when I thought of that, so I was like, I just won't do
You
it.
could have just given a bigger range.
I could have, but then I didn't.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Once I typed up this question, I just did. I
That was that. It
because
was
this
it.
is
That
the,
was it.
this is the
It's
one
done.
this is the one I made up here in the middle, like because Kurt got the question of a meal before I even asked it. So
True.
Dude, did y'all actually read the subtitle under Rayman? No arms, no legs. Huge
Oh yeah,
features.
huge features. Yep.
oh, I did not read that.
France is built different. They
That's
are.
great.
Fucking
Rated E game BT
That's-
dubs.
France.
Makes sense. Fran.
Oh, that's what it got rid
Redacted.
of. It got rid of that letter.
Oh,
my
we got
God.
rid of the A and
Oh,
what's it called?
Shit.
I don't know.
What was it?
I don't know, man.
Is it France?
France?
France. I think it's France.
Yeah, it's
France.
France.
It's French.
For our viewers, for our audio listeners, for reference, Kirk typed out France, but put an asterisk where the A used to be.
Dre has got to put that in there.
Okay. He better. I'm looking at you, Dre.
Dre, here's more work. Not only are we going to make this one of the longest podcasts, you have to do more work.
More work for you.
Moving on from France.
Moving on from France to the next question. This one is Dark Souls related. In Dark Souls 2, there are only 3 bosses that wield a weapon in their left hand. Which of the following bosses is not left-handed?
What
the Looking Glass Knight, the Throne Watcher, the Fume Knight, and the Burnt Ivory King. One of those 4 is not left-handed. Which one could it be? I'm doing my game show rift. You know what I like to do with my left hand? Write letters. I'm not very well coordinated though, so
Right, I have a
you guys
guess.
both have your answers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trevor?
Yeah.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go!
Also, I guess.
Alright. So,
He's dual wielding.
for the answer.
What'd you say?
So technically that would mean he wields the left weapon in his left hand.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The looking glass knight uses a weapon in his right hand and a shield in his left.
Ambidextrous does not equal left-handed, sad.
Yeah.
Ambidextrous
That
people
was
in
my logic.
shambles right now.
Well,
That
then
was my
I
logic.
should have. It's not the same in my brain. Okay, so
Fine, you're the master, I guess.
we normally use Dre's logic, which is much worse than mine. So be happy you got that.
Yeah, we have a luxury today, and that's JJ logic. Love you, Dre.
I didn't think that through. In my brain, I was just like, yeah, technically he's left-handed, so because he's got a weapon in there.
Not
How many questions
quite,
do you have?
but it's okay.
3, 4?
We'll get a
I
half.
only
We'll
have
get
the 2
half points for
questions.
that. Kirk and I will get half
You'll-
points for the ambi
yep.
part, ambidextrous points.
Yeah, we'll give you guys a half point
Okay,
for the
fair
weapon
compromise.
being in the left hand and the right hand.
I'll
I'll
accept
take
So-
that. We'll take it.
Now, Kirk, I guess Kirk gets a point and a half because I think
Yeah.
guests are getting like 3 points,
Kirk's
and
pool
Kirk
goes
doesn't
to
get
the
his own
total
counter.
guest pool.
Yeah, there's a guest pool, so you're a part of the guest counter, Kirk.
That's lame. Okay,
Good work.
fine.
Yeah. Why'd you want your own so that way Trevor and I can have 50 points and you could have
I was gonna
3?
say you're just never gonna have enough points ever. You have to teamwork with the guests.
Oh, y'all do it for
The rest
previous
of
podcasts? Oh, yeah, that's right. You have
Yeah,
the
it's that rolling count. So
cumulative amount.
yeah,
Yep.
I mean those are my 2 questions. Yeah, I thought those were decent, but
I like.
had to make
I
up the near
enjoyed.
one. I had to make up the near one last second because
I-
somebody already knows a meal.
We fucking-
What are you paying attention to
we
shit and
fucking-
actually playing the game? Fuck
Yeah, we fucking both knew it
you!
was a meal.
Well, you playing the
One of the
game?
most important characters in the game, maybe. So.
What are you talking about? I should have asked about the knight that you had to fight, whatever his name
Now,
was.
that would've been
or the
tougher.
robot that you had to fight, the karate guy,
Yeah,
whatever his
that
name
would have
was.
been way harder. I don't remember that off the top of my head.
I don't remember his name.
Yeah, I should have asked about him.
What was his
That
name?
would have been a good one.
Do you remember
I
his
don't
name?
remember. That's why.
Shit.
He did have a name, probably.
He probably did have a name.
Hold on, I can figure it out.
Uh,
Combat
Did you guys
like
ever?
who-
robot.
I don't think you guys ever answered my question. Did you ever beat the developers in that game?
Nope.
I don't think I ever went to them.
Yeah, that was the hardest shit of any game ever, probably.
Maybe I could go do that.
Was
It's
it
still
actually
downloaded.
hard? The
Yes,
fight?
yes. There's two different developers they put in the game for boss fights.
Is he like
It's
a
actually
melee?
just
2021.
like
How am I supposed
The
to fight
developer in the game
What?
beating the shit out of you.
Is he like a melee guy?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Well,
kinda
they're
hilarious.
they're. Oh, you have to do it. It's the craziest.
Trevor,
shit
did you
ever?
ever do the Mechagodzilla fight?
Which one? Where at?
Did you know it existed? Because nobody found it until about a year ago. Apparently.
Near Automata?
Yes,
Excuse me?
There's a secret Mechagodzilla
me, I have
fight. I
to
just
play the
fucking
game
found
again.
this out. I was Google something else and I just
What?
found a secret Mechagodzilla fight. Holy shit!
I'm looking this up. I'm looking
I
this up.
promise you. Look.
That's fucking badass if that's true.
Secret Mechagodzilla. What is this? You can fight a Mechagodzilla, well, kind of. Ew. That ain't it, Chief.
It's a Mechagodzilla, dude.
What the fuck is that?
It's a Mechagodzilla, dude. On.
This one Easter egg was missed by a lot of players due to appearing only under certain circumstances, but gather the right conditions, and this impressive mini-boss will be waiting for you in the forest. No way!
Oh, it's a mini boss. Oh, okay, that was
But it
nice.
is totally Mechagodzilla, kind of.
It's Mechagodzilla.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it's in the robot force.
It's a
What
reference
the
to
fuck
Shin
did-
Godzilla. That's lovely.
yeah.
because he does the laser.
So that's
out
the
of his
thing.
back and
Apparently,
mouth.
it took people a while to like officially find it, I guess. But
No
I was
one
hoping you were.
knew.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know. I thought it'd be bigger too when I first heard about it, but it's still one of those moments you're like, "Oh, Godzilla's in the game." What?
Knowing the developer.
That's secret rabbit boss. Whatever. Fuck. I'm done.
Why did this dude call it a 2006 Shin Godzilla movie? That movie came out 10 years after that. The grammar in this whole fucking thing is awful. Either way.
You're talking about me?
Sorry, I am a grammar Nazi, proudly so.
Are you talking about me or the
No,
Reddit?
not you, the Reddit. Wait, no,
Fuck
not a
the
Reddit. Where did
Reddit.
I see it? Where was I just on? ResetEra.com. Sure.
That's not a real website.
Apparently it is. Mechagodzilla
I'm
was on
deleting
there.
it right now. I'm deleting it. It's gone.
Anyway,
Kirk, say it.
moving on.
Say it, Kirk.
The entity deleted it. It's gone
There you go.
forever.
Fucking A.
We have a telepathic link, I know its
Mechagodzilla
thoughts at all time.
concept gone.
and it knows my thoughts at all times.
The concept of Mechagodzilla, yeah.
Gone.
Yeah,
Forever.
gone for good. Needs to be
Specifically
reinvented
the
from
concept
the
of
ground up.
Mechagodzilla within Nier Automata.
Objectively, one of the more interesting parts of Godzilla lore. Gone forever. Whatever it was, it's gone.
Yeah,
Something like
I'm not
that.
sure what it is anymore.
I just know that I enjoyed
might-
it. That's all I can feel is emotions were surrounding it, and now it's gone.
Are you sure about that?
No, I'm not.
All right.
He can't be anymore.
Ugh.
All right, next segment, the one where we argue about and
Yeah,
nothing.
we still want to do the arguing?
Yeah.
A little bit of moving on to our next segment, Master Debater.
Yeah!
Oh yeah.
Here, I am going to pick up a random number generator. I have a list of topics. I'm going to randomly generate a number which coincides with one of these topics. And then we will have
I'm
two
going to
people debate
fuck
on
you.
it with one moderator. We will flip a coin to see which side of that topic either one of us will be debating for, whether we're for it or against it. And the moderator will decide who wins the debate and how much time they get and yada yada. Let me do random number generator.
Yeah,
Random
like
number.
like 3 minutes, I think is a good time limit.
From
3 minutes
between-
per side?
No,
the
like
whole
no,
argument?
just like back and forth, like the whole argument.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a side. Like we just.
I think... Okay, sure.
Number 7, and number 7 is 1, 2,
Wait,
3,
who's going
4,
first?
5, 6, 7. That's a good question. Who's debating first?
Dude, give us
I guess
each a
me and
number
JJ.
1 through
Me
3.
and
You and
JJ
JJ?
gets each other
Okay.
first.
Okay, sure.
And your topic is it ethical to use animals for testing?
Oh.
Ah!
Fuck. Oh,
All right.
fuck.
And now I'm going to roll for JJ. 1 is yes, 2 is no. I got a 1. So JJ, it is ethical.
I have to argue that it is ethical? Okay. Ah, that's unfortunate.
I was hoping
Yeah.
that, but oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of wanted that one.
I'm gonna roll again. The gods will decide this time. Kirk, yes for 1, no for 2. Is it not? I think it froze. This is it froze. Let me read.
The gods have decided that you can't roll for me, therefore JJ gets 1. Yes.
Yes,
Ah,
apparently.
shit, you
not
got a
letting
point.
you-
Alright.
Shit. Okay. Yep.
Alright.
They're
Alright.
changing the rules. Should I pull up a time? I'll just watch the.
Okay, so
timer
for
on
me,
audio.
it's not ethical to use animals for testing.
Yeah, unfortunately.
For me, it is ethical.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to flip a coin to see who starts.
We know nothing about the topic, so this should be
I
interesting.
mean, I some of the articles I read are about animal
No, I
subjects,
don't.
so I
I know
a little,
nothing.
But
JJ is
Okay.
1, Kirk is 2. We will start with Kirk. Kirk, it is not ethical. Go ahead.
As a vegan, I say.
Ah!
Oh,
Now, you
fuck.
must actually defend this point.
Yeah, I must actually defend this point. Okay, so this is fucking hard actually because I've got it the other way around.
yeah, but I'll just start with the point at you then. How about that? Because I got some.
Okay, go.
What the
You go
fuck does it
first.
matter? They don't have consciences. They can't aware. They're not gonna make it to heaven. What does it matter?
They can't aware. They're not going
Well,
to. make it
I
to heaven.
disagree because
Yeah.
God isn't real, and there are actually several degrees
God-
of consciousness. And what animals did they test on? It's dogs, right?
Mice.
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 Well, rats are actually pretty fucking smart if you think about it. They're capable of
But
problem
mice are
solving.
the most genetically similar to humans.
Yes, and that means they're
So
smart.
they give us the most. Yeah, they give
Well-
us also the most accurate look at what would happen if we did this to a human without using a human for a starting point.
Yeah, so like put yourself in its shoes and think about what you would feel.
So you would rather kill a human off of a
No,
guess?
like it's not ethical because like think about what would happen if someone cut out.
So we'd rather test on a human instead.
Cut out.
No, hold on. We're not doing this correctly. This is not how debates are performed. You guys fucking suck at this. Jesus
I'm
Christ.
talking over him. Go ahead, Kirk.
Okay, so I have to go first.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not providing a counter example or an alternative to this. I'm just stating why it's unethical, and it's unethical because mice are actually capable of problem solving, and they probably have degrees of self-awareness because they recognize themselves in the mirror. And so, if they recognize themselves in the mirror, they must be aware that they are feeling pain.
Now, Kirk, this also applies to chimps. It's any animals.
Any animals. Okay, so my point even stands more. It's not just mice, it's any fucking animal. So dogs are probably smarter than mice. They have an intelligence of a 4-year-old. So it's basically equivalent to, cutting out the brain of a 4-year-old. And have you ever heard of Unit 731?
What?
JJ?
Ooh, yeah, I have.
Unit 731?
That's one of my topics for the podcast at some point.
Okay, so as a preliminary to that, it was a fucking human experimentation facility. And if animals are conscious, that's basically what we're doing to animals. And that is the most heinous shit in the fucking universe. Because dogs have an intelligence of a 4-year-old. They have a self-awareness to an extent. So if you're testing something on dogs, you're basically doing it to a 4-year-old.
So you're saying that we should give up
JJ,
testing?
quiet.
Sorry.
I'm not saying that. I told you. That was my preface to this argument. I'm not saying we should give up that. I'm not presenting it in an alternative to animal testing. That's not the root of the argument. The root of the argument is it ethical to do it? And I'm saying no, because they have intelligence. They are aware of what is happening to them. And if it's equivalent to a 4-year-old, doing any type of test on an animal is basically doing to a fucking 4-year-old. What difference is that? And we're all fucking atoms here. We're all made of atoms. Brains, we evolved from chimps. Chimps evolved from other kind of marsupials. Our brains are more similar to animals than we think they are. And so, I think it's unethical. In conclusion, I think it's unethical because they still feel pain. It's not like they're just fucking like autonomous robots or anything. And I think if we have a double standard that if you can't test on humans, you shouldn't be able to test on animals either. That's my point.
Good points. JJ, contrary. Yes, we should test on animals. Go.
Testing on animals would be very beneficial to the human population as a whole, because otherwise we won't be seeing a movement forward. And even if they can show levels of consciousness based off of human observation, we have no way of fully proving that, do we? So how can we even say that they are truly conscious if they have no way of directly expressing it to us? And then beyond that, I would much rather have the risk of killing an animal, something that already has a shortened lifespan and total potential compared to a human, be at the risk of an adverse effect of a test and as compared to a human, or a human never getting that treatment because we never had the chance to test on something. So there is a level of trade-off there with the concern for safety. While it may not be short-term the best thing ever for that animal, long-term that the benefits that humanity will gain from testing on that animal will be overall more beneficial with less risk towards humanity as a whole. And as we know evolutionarily, the goal of a species is to survive, to make more and survive. And so, just based off of that, it should be okay to then use something else besides our own to keep ourselves alive. That's always been a part of human nature and history. It's been the way it's always run. We use each other as sustenance and food and sources of just living in general. So why can't we use it as a way to further our living experience in other ways?
Okay, so do we have time for counter arguments, or is that it?
I think we just give one from each side, and then
I think that's
the
fine.
moderator decides.
Okay, yeah, that's
fucking
fair.
hate
That's
that
fair.
point. God damn.
Yeah, you hate arguing
test
for
on
it.
animals.
Now here's the interesting
I
thing. For the moment, I actually do agree with testing on animals in just general. because
But who had the
Because-
better argument though?
Yeah.
because
Better
specifically Kirk did not provide any sort of alternative in what he was saying.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
the
that's-
that
well,
therein
that's
lies
the issue.
Well, that
Yeah.
was that wasn't the root of the argument. The root of the argument was, is it ethical? And I say no. Yeah, it's not should we.
Now, in terms of a
It's not
debate,
should
he
we
just
or
argued
shouldn't we.
ethics.
yes. Now, and that's
debating
well,
ethics.
you literally weren't letting me get to that because I was getting to that point.
Oh, okay.
Because the actual question does ask, is it ethical to use animals for testing? And the points raised by Kirk are actually quite good in that, yeah, there's basically nothing about it that is ethical. Very difficult points to argue against.
I want to make sure I agree with that statement.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's a good thing to test on animals.
So, I think, based on that, and Kirk did raise very valid points throughout, you both raised very valid points, but in terms of ethicality, I believe Kirk wins this round of the Master
Yes.
Debater. So we have
Sorry for
Kirk...
interrupting you. Sorry for interrupting.
I have a very small agreement with myself on testing on animals because it's better than testing on a human, but that's only in very specific scenarios where it's already something that we know will be mostly safe to start out with. So that's the only time I'm like, yeah, that's okay. Like,
Okay.
if you're just like, fuck it, throw that chemical at that goddamn rat, that's an issue.
Yeah,
What's
dude.
wrong with
If
that?
you
I'm
want
okay with that.
if you want to lose all faith in humanity, look up Unit 731.
Oh yeah,
My
easiest,
God.
quickest way to do it.
So bad.
I mean, I gave up on humanity a long time ago. The moment I was born, I went, fuck, this is a waste.
Alright, since Kirk was the winner...
I guess I'll moderate then.
Yeah, I guess you will. Guess so. So let me
how
pull
that
up the
works, I
top.
feel like you
I'm still
won,
gonna pull
so
up the
keep
topics
going.
and everything. Or he keeps going. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or Kirk,
either way
or the winner
works.
of this round moves on to Kirk for the finalist round. I think that's what we're gonna do.
Sure.
Yeah,
We'll do like a tournament bracket.
So you're saying
you've moved on to losers.
Oh,
you
so
fight me.
Kirk and I could go again.
Oh yeah, so there'll be 4
So
rounds.
you want
There's
a
losers
tournament
round.
that's entirely RNG based about the argument that you can make, but
Yeah, well, you can still make a,
I mean,
you know.
I
Oh, yeah.
didn't have shit to do with that ethics. Like, I didn't want to
Personal
argue
problem.
that at all. I don't have a good point.
Personal issue.
How do you argue that testing on animals is ethically good? I don't know.
That was
Well,
boring
you
compared
did
to the
make a
last
good
one.
point for the betterment of
Yeah.
humanity. That was
Right,
the best
but
point you
like-
could have made.
But even in that, I'm like,
It
fringe
really depends on
scenarios.
how you value. Do you value humans more than animals or
One,
not?
two.
That's basically it.
6. Oh, number
To an extent.
6. Okay, we got it. We got it. I'm gonna copy that.
Where it's just like there really is a lot of evidence though for like
Put it in the
animals
Discord?
having like intelligence of like toddler level. They just can't
Oh yeah,
communicate
no,
like we
yeah,
can.
I agree with that.
So
yeah.
it's just
Our-
like knowing that, not really. I don't want to.
Moving on, me versus JJ. Our next topic will be: should humans colonize other planets? And now,
What? Okay.
yes, our random number generation between 1 and 2. We'll say it's on JJ again. 1, he is yes. 2, he is no. 1, JJ, yes.
Oh,
Fucking
thank
A.
God.
He has the easy one.
God,
Shit.
thank God. I got the hard one last time.
Oh God. So JJ,
How are you gonna
yes.
argue against this?
I don't know.
I
This
know.
I don't. know.
That's what makes this interesting, I guess.
Oh God. Now who's gonna go first? I'd rather JJ go first, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's fair to give
It's so
Trevor-
it's
Tre-
easier to
Trevor
have a
some time.
rebuttal to this
Yeah.
than it is to come up with an argument for it off the bat. Like,
It's very easy to argue for it. Okay. Then Kirk, you are the moderator.
Actually,
Set us off.
I kind of have a counterpoint. I have a counterpoint in mind for this. Anyway, go.
Well, you do. I don't. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Let's just go.
But I
Now
have a
JJ's moderating,
All right.
or Kirk's moderating. He gets to decide.
Kirk's moderating.
Go.
Okay. So, should humans colonize other planets? Yes. There's not much to argue here. Like, this planet's running out of shit. We're gonna run out eventually. Like, no matter what, doesn't matter what the time frame is. I don't care about what they actually say. We're gonna run out eventually. So, like, it just kind of makes sense to go somewhere else. Like, that's just very simple. Like, between space and just resources, like literal space to put people and resources, will eventually run out. So it would just make sense to get some of these fucking people out of here. I mean, overpopulation's gonna be a thing eventually, so why would we not get them out of here? I understand that spending the money on space exploration is probably not great in the moment, or it doesn't look great right now in the moment, but long term, once again, we're talking about the betterment and survival of humanity. So if you want people to keep on living, we gotta go somewhere else because we're just gonna run out of shit. Also, I heard the moon keeps on drifting away from the Earth. I don't know if that's true, but eventually that could fuck us up somehow. I don't know what else to add to this. Like, I mean, eventually it's literally like, we're gonna run out of resources or we're gonna get too full of people and eventually we're just gonna have no space or no shit. Why would we not leave? It's very simple. Like,
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, good argument.
yeah.
All right, Trevor.
That's my argument.
Now here's the interesting thing about the points that you raised. So, in terms of population growth, demographics have shown lately that there has begun to be a reversal amid certain populations and cultures of population growth, which has kind of been forced down by the top-down elites to make people suffer because they like that. But moving on from that, resources running out, yeah, I agree with that. However, I'm going to raise a point that doesn't exist here. What if there are aliens on these planets? We go and colonize them. Everyone in modern, current internet culture is so against colonization that it is evil, morally evil, based on Twitter logic. Anything among that whole side of thing, any kind of colonization is bad. Doesn't matter if anyone did it in the past, several hundred years. If we do it now, it would be the worst thing ever. You and I would cease to exist because of Twitter cancellation. We'd be done. Specifically you, honestly, because you're arguing for it. You'll be done. I'll be fine.
Oh, I need to be canceled?
Yeah, you're going to be canceled, and I'm going to be hailed. Okay. I'm going to get so many updates.
I don't have social media. What are they going to cancel me on? You don't have social media. What are they going to hype you up on?
I'll just get you fired from your job. It'll be that easy. Honestly.
That's not how that works.
Oh, yeah, it is. I'm going to get you fired from your job. And based on that, you won't have any money to argue against me in the future. So I reckon I win based on that. Fuck you.
I mean, the moderators.
How the fuck do you argue? Okay, look at this.
I don't know how to argue against that. I
You're the one that ruled it. I'm sorry, the entity just wasn't on your side today. Sure.
Yeah.
Now, if there is alien life on another planet, we should not colonize it, and that's specifically the only scenario in which I can think of. That's only one specific scenario.
That's very simple too.
What if? Alternative point, what if we uncover some ancient technology on another planet from a long extinct civilization that we were never meant to uncover, and we release some sort of world-devouring machine that just consumes all of humanity at that point because we decided to leave our own safety of our own little home planet, little bundle.
So you're saying die now or die later?
Well, that would be both then. In that instance.
That's what you're saying. You either die now and you do that, or you maybe die later whenever it just happens.
Or, think about it.
You're doing the stay in your house so you won't get run over by a car argument.
Here. That's a foolish standpoint.
Or Amogus.
Amogus! Alright, Kirk, who won?
My plastic will return to the Earth in approximately 400 years. It is all recyclable.
The ones that you ate? The microplastics in your body?
All of my plastics. Everything that I throw out into the side of the roadways whenever I'm driving along will eventually, in 410 years approximately, return to the Earth and be reused.
I kind of want to go visit the trash island, don't you guys?
I do. Aren't they clearing it up? Isn't that being taken care of? Like, they've actually got it sorted
I hope they
now?
don't.
You hope they don't so we can go visit
it? There's like a part of me that wants it to be like a controlled, like tourist stop, Like, don't let it get any worse.
Why would you want to
maybe make it a little bit better?
That's just I feel like the novelty would wear off within like 10 seconds.
A second of seeing
it.
And
you'd be like,
exactly.
That's like,
but that's every single fucking tourist place like out there.
Why am I here?
Yeah. But then, for me, that's most tourist places.
Judgment time. I give you points, Trevor, for funny.
Thank you.
But sorry, it was just impossible.
It's
you can't really like you could think. I mean, the only counter argument I can think of personally is like thinking in the short term. Like, yeah, we do have a chance to save our planet right now if we act right now, but humans and corporations and all of that, it just really doesn't seem feasible in the long run. So we have to, as a preventative measure, we have to go and look for alternatives. Just for the survival of humanity. And Earth is going to blow up in 4.5 billion years anyway, so we don't have a choice.
We're running out of time.
Yeah.
We're so close to being there.
I'm going to see that.
There is a point where we have to. If we want to survive.
Will not exist in 4.5 billion years regardless, I believe.
Whether we evolve to a different state or die off, you know.
Yes.
Right.
But,
I think it's unnecessary because we'll all be dead before we get that chance.
1 point for JJ.
Amen, brother.
1 point for JJ.
I already put it there. Well, now what? Now what happens next?
I guess the winner versus me.
Fuck.
It's me and JJ.
I literally got single.
Hey!
I got single eliminated somehow in a double elimination bracket.
I believe that was both of your ideas.
Fuck. This happens every time.
I didn't input this at all.
This podcast just fucks me every time. I'm
this
telling you
podcast
what,
does
even
not
when I'm
use
directly
any
involved
form
with
of
it.
logic.
It's the entity. It hates me. Our podcast entity
entity.
hates me. I swear. All right. Well, let me get your next podcast.
Every single podcast has an entity? Is that what you just implied? What the fuck?
What'd you just say?
You say our podcast entity hates me. Does every single podcast have an entity?
Well,
Is
no.
that what you just implied?
Well, they don't have to, but ours does.
Okay. So it's selective.
definitively
Some
does
podcasts
have
can have entities. Okay.
Let me try to get a good one.
Yeah, one that's like not one
Just
sided
pick
like
one.
that.
Just pick
This
one.
is very.
Like, pick
I'm
a
gonna.
good
Yeah,
one.
I'm gonna
Actually,
just
no,
try
yeah,
to
just
pick a
pick
good
one.
one.
Yeah.
Like, give us something that we can actually.
Oh,
debate,
one that
not-
you could actually argue either way. Oh fuck! But
He
it's
said-
got to be a good one.
Oh!
Oh, here we go.
He said, "Oh."
What the
How do you
hell?
guys feel about?
That's the
can
wrong. That
vampires
was the
get
wrong
AIDS?
chat. You said that in the cucks.
Can what?
No, that was Eric. What the fuck?
How do you guys feel about can vampires get AIDS? How are we feeling about that one?
I don't.
All right, JJ, you go
Is
first
the-
since I went first.
I mean,
Warmth on this topic.
I can see an argument here, but
What about Pluto
Well-
should still be considered a planet?
I like the first one better.
Okay,
I mean,
vampires
the first
get
one's
AIDS?
got more
All right,
because
Yeah.
that's very abstract. So
I like this
Yeah.
one. Next topic is can vampires get AIDS? Now I will be rolling for you both. We'll do Kirk this time. 1 is yes, 2 is no. Kirk got a 1, so yes, vampires can get AIDS for Kirk. And no, vampires can't get AIDS for JJ. All right. Do we have any volunteers for who wants to go first? Who wants to go first?
I thought we rolled it.
Oh, we haven't
Isn't that
done
what
it
we did the
at
past
all,
2 times?
No.
No.
No, we haven't.
It just kind of happened to be that way.
I can think of something to start with. It's not like super great, but I can think of something.
Was it,
Do you
was
have
it
anything,
Kirk, yes?
Yeah, I got it. I got some kind of.
Kirk is yes, JJ is no.
I mean, your points don't need to be counterpoints. They can just be points.
Yeah. All right, I'll go. All right, vampires can get AIDS, and here's why. AIDS is a virus, and vampires are humanoid. So don't think about all the fiction that you have. Vampires are humanoid. They're not made of fucking antimatter. They're not made of quarks. They're not made of neutrons. They're made of biological things. They still run off of the same cells and DNAs and all that. Sure, they get their sustenance in a different way, but they have cells. And cells are subject to viruses because what viruses do is they literally take over your cells and rewrite their DNA to make more of those cells. And don't bring up the argument that it can't transfer between species because it totally can, because that's how we got AIDS in the first place, by fucking chimps. And chimps
That
are way,
was funny.
and chimps are way
Hotly debated
genetically
topic.
different. Chimps are way genetically different from us than vampires are. Vampires have intelligence. They're not they're not that, and they have similar body structure. They just get their nutrients from a different way, and they're a lot paler. But
Okay.
that means they are still susceptible to that virus.
Okay.
But they might not be able to die from it but they can still get it.
Ah.
All right, that's my point.
Okay.
We fucked chimps. That's my main point. We fucked chimps.
That's what I'm trying to tell everyone here. We fucked
We
chimps.
did it. We fucked
did
the
that.
chimps. Yeah.
We brought this
Are
on
you hyping
ourselves.
us up or are you upset about this? I don't know which one it is. Are you like,
All right.
yeah, we fucked the chimps?
That's not part of the debate. He
Woo!
doesn't. That's just he's just
Okay.
saying it's not part of the debate. He's not
I
debating
do
whether or
want-
not
I
it
want
was moral
clarity
good or
now.
bad that we fuck chimps.
I want to know where Kirk stands on the chimp fucking debate.
Moral good, moral bad.
I just meant, is he for or against fucking chimps?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not good or bad, just dumb.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's a good.
So he's
there we go.
for
That's
it.
what I'm talking. Oh,
He's
monkey
for
good.
it.
Oh, he's not
All
against
right.
it. He must be for it.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like
No, it's
just
fucking
like
weird.
I don't
Alright,
know.
my
I guess
turn.
bestiality, it's bad, but I don't know.
I don't actually need your opinion on fucking monkeys. I assume you think it's bad.
My natural human assumption is that you believe it's bad.
Alright, I guess my turn now.
Yeah, I guess it is. JJ,
Alright.
go ahead.
Can vampires get AIDS? I guess this kind of depends on the definition of get AIDS, because could the virus be present in its body? Yes. Could it have any form of symptom or sign of AIDS? Probably not. In any form of whatever you want to call it, media that involves a vampire has never been sick to my knowledge. Like, sick from a disease, transferable, bacteria, virus, whatever, any kind of disease.
The sun.
A vampire has never been sick. What?
The sun.
That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing. So that's not. Anyways, so a vampire just straight up can't get sick. So if we're just saying presence of AIDS, like the virus in the body, probably, but I would imagine that vampires being a higher species of humanoid, which is basically what they are, not just a humanoid, a higher species of humanoid, they might have a different immunity system based off of that. Because again, if a vampire cannot get sick, they might have a different kind of white blood cell that is able to erase or eradicate more viruses than the human white blood cells can. Or any other kind of defensive mechanism that we have in place, they might have a different one entirely. So, since a vampire has never been sick in any recorded medium, we have to infer that they cannot get AIDS according to the definition of showing diseases. Because the only way a vampire dies is by being murdered. Or they kill themselves. The only way a vampire can die is they get killed. Nothing else.
It's a wooden stake through the heart.
Yep, wooden stake through the heart, through the brain, whatever you want to do, whatever holy items, but diseases? Nope.
Or the sun, true.
Or the sun. But the sun's not a disease. So
to be determined. I'll let you know in about 10 to 12 years if I get cancer from working outside for so long.
Okay, you know what? So fucking technically, I guess it's...
You calling yourself a... Oh, that's true.
If I had my choice, I would
point,
because I'd never go outside.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Interestingly enough, this is also a difficult one to moderate. It being a good one for debate also means that it's harder to moderate.
It's not real.
Which also makes it harder to moderate.
Yeah, it's just like, do you agree with my opinion on what a vampire is?
That's kind of how the whole point
of
debating is, right? Is like you're supposed to convince me one way or another.
Okay,
you were
I guess
both
that's where we're going.
very convincing in your arguments, genuinely.
But my argument is just like, you ever seen it in any medium whatsoever? So therefore, no.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you're using the evidence. It's evidence-based. But can you say you've seen every piece of medium?
No, but neither can you, so fuck you.
Have you seen every piece of medium with a vampire in it? Including pornos.
But neither have
Including pornos.
I've seen a few of those, and I've never seen them sick.
Because
I've never seen them sick in a
I'm
porno.
looking it up right now. No, I'm not.
It's not about what's true. It's about who debated it better.
Yes. So Kirk's
Nosferatu Zod from Berserk's never gotten sick.
The vampire's humanoid, much like the... Still, I guess... Is it still debated topic whether or not we got it from chimps originally?
Yeah, but my point was that a vampire is a
African
higher
dude
being.
fucking a chimp.
Also,
yeah, but a vampire is not human.
Can I bring up one more?
But Kirk makes a good point that it is humanoid.
I guess I can.
They can turn humans into
human.
vampires. You wouldn't be able to do that with a dog.
That
could,
that could change its physiology.
Well, yeah, because vampires can also change into bats, and that's the other interesting thing. Can bats carry AIDS? We have that.
We got
in real
COVID
life.
from bats. And we got COVID from bats.
True.
Yeah, but we're not talking about COVID.
Yeah, but
also, if a vampire can't get sick, they can't get COVID. So that argument doesn't hold
Kirk
either.
keeps bringing up widely debated topics because now the current popular medium in the news is that it's circulated back to being developed in a lab in Wuhan and not carried by a bat eaten in a pod.
I forgot about that.
Everything changes all the time. We don't know.
The answer is all of it happened. If we choose to believe all the histories, then
Yeah,
none of them are wrong.
But what's really more important here? Can vampires get AIDS?
I would like to spread awareness about the possibility of vampires carrying AIDS, though.
Vampire AIDS?
So I think based on that, I'm going to have to give it to Kirk.
Fuck you.
Oh, undefeated. Now y'all have to go at it again to see who the true winner is. Yes. Actually, no. Trevor's just the loser.
Shut
just a
up.
loser.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I got single-limbed in my own rule set.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I had better
my
points.
own skewed rule set. Your points were JJ, to quote, your points were, I haven't seen it, therefore it isn't real.
Also, I said a vampire is a vampire is not a human. Like, yes, it can turn into humans into a vampire, but it's not.
Well, a chimpanzee is not a human and they have AIDS.
Yeah, but not all animals can get AIDS.
Yeah, but it's humanoid.
Yeah, but not all animals can get AIDS.
Right.
Is that
And
true,
if a
though?
vampire is not the same
Not the
thing,
non-humanoid ones.
but it's a vampire. You don't know what a
Kirk
vampire. I
raised
know I've lost
objectively
this
better points, I
argument.
think.
No,
I've like fully convinced myself now with your assistance that Kirk made better points.
No.
Yeah, you started digging yourself more into
You did there towards the end. It's like,
No.
oh, you're right. No, Kirk makes really good points.
deeper into the Florifice with you.
No.
the Florifice.
No. Speaking of the Florifice, it's
Digging
time to
yourself
send
a
Kirk
hole
back
into the
there.
Florifice.
I've never been in the Florifice.
I haven't either.
I'm too
I'd
scared
rather
of it.
keep it that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking more topics like this. Like, nothing tangible, but literally, like, is 2 better than 1?
Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, actually, no. 2 is just as bad as 1, but the loneliest number is the number 1.
Yeah, but number 1's also first place, baby. That's top of the podium.
Yeah, but, like, 1 is also, like, the second smallest number. Like, if you have 1...
But it's also the first
if you
real
have
number.
$1, if you have $1, that doesn't mean shit.
If you have 1 gold bar, that means a lot.
Well, think about this. I'd rather have 2 gold bars.
Okay, well I'd rather have 1 tumor instead of 2.
So, well, at that point, it doesn't make much difference, does it? You already have one.
Okay.
This is more what I was having in mind. Dumbass, like...
This isn't even a debate. This is just us having a stupid
like,
argument. Like, this is still not a debate.
Love
Imagine
that.
trying to argue for that. It's 2 better than 1.
I would definitely argue 2, though, on that one, I would think.
I mean, I would argue 2 as well for the most part,
Yeah,
but
that's what
1.
I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
Fuck
It's hard to
you,
say,
man.
though.
1.
Like, yeah, would you have 2 tumors instead of 1? Would you have...
I mean, if
2
you already
dead
have a
parents?
tumor,
Because then,
what
like,
the fuck?
tumor needs a friend, right? It can't just have one.
No.
Okay, what about 2 dead parents instead of 1?
Yeah, you might as well. It's gonna happen eventually anyway, so you might. Well,
Well, okay, no. That's not.
that's what happened to Batman, and he became Batman.
Yeah, and that totally worked out well for him.
I was literally thinking
Yeah,
that.
Kirk,
Yeah.
of course you
You could be Batman, though.
Yeah.
It could be Batman, though.
Very realistic for me with my tons of generational wealth that I can use to become Batman.
Yeah. Batman has excellent mental health. Just saying.
Honestly. Yeah.
He's only adopted/kidnapped like 10 kids.
Yeah. Less than most billionaires. Less than most billionaires.
Less than most billionaires. He only puts them in the way of crime.
Yeah,
like, specifically
and for
in
other
the way of
billionaires-
crime.
For other
Like,
billionaires, they do the crimes to the children, so he's way
That's
better off
still-
than them.
Yeah.
He's still way, like, morally way better than any billionaire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Morally.
He like supports a bunch of like charities
absolutely.
and foundations
If
too in
other
his comics.
billionaires
So
had
like,
both of their parents murdered, they'd probably become better people.
He's literally fighting corruption. He's
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
not
Yeah.
corruption.
I'm saying I think every never mind.
Trevor wants to kill all the billionaires' parents.
It's just a thought experiment.
A modest proposal.
The only one that would currently work on is probably Elon Musk.
Probably, yeah. Probably.
He's got the money for it, at least. I
Well,
don't know if
he'd
he has
probably
the
also
intelligence, though.
his parents would probably die, and he'd probably go, "Huh, that could be Batman."
Anyway, back to work.
Like, it'd have to be like a genuinely smart billionaire that you would have to kill the parents of to become Batman, because Batman's fucking smart as shit.
He would
Yeah,
also have to be
that's
a
the thing.
physical freak of a specimen. Batman can bench press
There is
1,000 pounds
no
in a daily
billionaire that is a
workout.
freak of a specimen.
Yeah.
For some reason, for
So-
all the money they have, they're all out of shape. I mean, I guess it's not
I
necessarily
mean,
true
generally,
for,
intelligence genetics and strength genetics don't line up.
yeah.
Well, eugenics are going to become a thing. They're going to be able to pay to get stronger. Like
Oh,
that.
that's a good
Yeah.
point. I would like to do that.
I mean, they could already do that. Steroids exist.
I don't even want to do that,
Yeah,
though.
but
I just want
that
to
has
chop
side
off my
effects.
limbs and replace them with robot parts, to be honest.
Yo,
Like, having the
RoboCop.
musculature seems like too much work to maintain.
Honestly, yeah.
I'll just have
Well,
robot
might as well
limbs.
just go all the way and just have your brain.
Put in a
Like,
robot?
just keep your brain.
Yeah.
And then just put it into a robot.
Yeah, that makes
So you
sense.
don't die.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah, but
just
you don't want
RoboCop.
that.
It's
You don't want to
it's
live
just
forever.
RoboCop.
You'd have to, like, put it in, like, preservative, though, because your brain will just rot away over time.
Like Futurama.
Does it, though?
I'll pickle my brain.
I thought it was just your body.
I'll pickle my brain, and then it will be a
lasted
condensed
forever.
brain, more efficient.
You just
I think
pick
you
up
have
the
to keep
bad
your brain
parts.
fresh. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
I've
think that's how it works, Trevor.
You ever just kept your brain in the jar for the fun
Is
of it?
aging a disease?
Technically?
See, because that's what that leads to, naturally.
Technically, I guess.
Technically it is.
What's the definition of a disease?
Good question. I'll look this up. Disease. Definition.
You just Google disease.
Disease.
Because it's not necessarily something that you get from something else, because cancer just happens.
A disorder
No,
or
just like
structure
aging.
or function in a
Sometimes.
human, especially one that has a known cause and distinctive group of symptoms, signs, or anatomical changes. So yes, based on that
Yeah.
definition,
Yes,
aging
it
is a disease.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it is the most
absolutely.
common disease known to man.
They say that a lot
neat
in the
point.
gym world, and I fucking hate listening to it.
What, aging a disease?
Yeah, because they say it a lot.
Yeah, because
like,
there's nothing you can do about it. I mean,
Yeah,
least
but it's
not at
like saying
current
it.
time.
Yeah, and saying it doesn't help
No,
anyone
it doesn't.
when they come to think about it. So like, all you're doing is basically just like a little bit, like a very low level.
you're basically just telling like all
Like-
your people that they have cancer. Like that's basically
Yeah.
what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like you're all aging, you're going to die, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Basically,
let's lift
yeah,
weights.
which is
That's-
like that doesn't
that's
help
future
anyone.
me's
That doesn't
problem.
help anyone.
It doesn't help anyone at all.
Well, that's future me's problem. That's how I think
Accurate,
about
yeah.
it.
Future you is gonna have a lot harder of a time dealing with it than current you.
True.
Yeah, and I
True.
can't,
Your
I-
body's a lot
I
more
do-
adaptable
I do
right
freak-
now.
I do freak myself out about that quite often.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck,
Yeah,
I really need to be healthier.
Yeah.
I was gonna get like a heart attack at like fucking 35.
just like live okay. Don't try to be perfect.
I'm not a very healthy person.
Drink water.
Me neither.
Eat
I do
decent
drink
food.
a lot. I do drink a lot of water, but I don't eat decent food.
Sleep. Decent
I
food
do
is
sleep.
decent food is debatable. I'll make that point. I won't get into it.
I
But
do
decent food is
I-
debatable.
I do sleep, though. I will say that.
I need to sleep
I
more.
value my
That's
sleep
good.
a lot.
Sleep is good for you. People under fucking value sleep.
Me.
Like
Well,
a
I'm pretty
lot.
sure all three of us value our sleep. Like,
No, not Trevor. Not Trevor. Trevor will
you're not
stay
as
up
bad
until
as, like,
2 a.m.
Sam and Dane.
no. God no.
Nah. Well,
Yeah.
but they're also like Dane's a military boy, so like they get forced into being able to not sleep. Still not good for them.
Dane is also a chronic gamer.
Yeah. Sam. I don't know what Sam. Sam is just Sam.
After a while, I just start feeling like shit.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna
been me
go to
this
bed.
week. I'm like, yeah, I
Yeah.
don't do
Why
this
stay
anymore.
up?
Like probably shouldn't actually make Trevor play games tonight because he needs sleep.
I'm going to anyway. I got
I know.
a full 9 hours of sleep last night,
Whoa!
so I did pretty good for
I
myself.
got like 7.5.
There you go.
I got 6. Last night was I was the worst one last night.
See, I came
so-
out on top
that's-
last night. It's just the hours of sleep
Yeah.
I missed the rest of the week where I fell behind.
Great.
How many hours of sleep did you get the rest of the week?
On average.
Average about 5 to 6 hours a night.
What was the worst?
That's not abysmal.
No, but what was the worst night?
It was 4.5 hours.
That's rough.
Went to bed
Yeah,
at
that's pretty rough.
12-ish.
It starts to get tough.
That
It
difference
starts-
between 5 and 4 is a lot. Like,
Well, for me, it's 6 and 5. I can feel pretty good off of 6, but if I get less than 6, it's tough.
I feel like shit
I
at
start to
everything
feel
below
tired.
8, to be honest.
yeah, I feel good
Yeah.
between 7 and 8.
I can feel pretty good, like if I get slightly above 6.
See, I think Trevor has a little bit of sleep apnea too, so that's
That
not
doesn't
helping
help.
him.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
But yeah, like
I probably have a lot of it now because I'm fat as fuck.
yeah, the fatter you get, the worse your sleep apnea gets.
Yeah. I used to sleep
My dad
completely
has that.
silently when I was like a few years ago.
Yeah, which is generally a good thing.
Yeah.
Are you a loud snorer now?
He
I don't know.
well, he's not a constant
I just-
snorer. He's got bursts.
just stopped
But
breathing.
Based off of what it was like in California, he does the you know what your dad does where he like he's quiet for a little while and then he suddenly has like these short bursts of like snorts.
It's continuous. No. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, he
really?
does that.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
So Trevor's got that, which
Yeah.
is a lower scale of sleep apnea, but it just basically means that they stop breathing for a couple seconds.
Yeah, my dad, like, he's always tired because
Yeah,
of sleep apnea.
because his sleep is never good.
Right.
Yeah.
Did your dad sleep with a CPAP?
He did, but he hated it.
Okay, they make much better ones now if he hasn't
So-
done it in a couple of years. So
I can tell him about that.
Yeah.
yeah, they've made him a lot more mobile and not as in the way. So
Well, like on the face.
Should we end the
Yeah.
podcast?
I think he hated more.
hey, we're having
He hated-
a good time.
I was just like,
He hated it.
No,
saying.
you want to play games later? We're gonna keep on talking until we gotta get to the games.
Okay.
We're having a conversation.
I'm trying to think about Dre's sanity here.
Yeah, but what did Kirk say? Joe Rogan's got 2 hour, 40-minute long podcasts.
They don't like.
Okay, now wait, hold on.
We are at 2 hours and 39 minutes.
Yeah, we're not at 2 hours and 40 minutes, so we gotta make it 1 more minute, motherfucker!
Yeah, fuck you, Dre.
Alright, that's fine. You can have that opinion if you want. It's alright.
He can
not
make
crying.
it 40 more seconds and be okay. As soon as it hits 2 minutes and 2 minutes.
Have you thought about what the entity thinks?
What the fuck am I saying?
Oh, I should be listening. to the
2
episode,
hours.
right. I'm sorry.
As soon as this gets to
I'm
2
thinking
hours,
myself
40
and
minutes,
not
I'm
it.
just clicking stop.
Yeah, you can't be empathetic in front of the entity. That's a sign of weakness. Real though. Has Zell's podcast ever gone this long?
No, this is the longest one so
no,
far.
we're saying a world record, and in fact, you should hit stop.